Hello! We're back. Finally, the long wait is over and the new Somnium Files game is out. So Somnium was the first Somnium Files game, was the first game that I streamed, so I've been very, very excited to play this one. And it came a few days early. I know it's already been out on PC for a little while, I think. About a week or so. But it's coming out, I think, tomorrow on consoles, but I got a copy a few days early. And it's finally time to dig in. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, I'm very excited for this. Alright, new game, options, and bonus. Just check the options, because I did load this up previously. I just want to make sure, yeah. Voice bumped up to max. Everything else I'm going to leave as is. Bonus. Yes, outfits. So from the looks of it, instead of... So the way they've done it now is... the way from like the description for this. Bonus, here we go. Menu for purchasing, viewing bonus content. You can purchase content currently with a currency called eyeballs. During Somnia, choose the option that hasn't been chosen before. Clear the Somnium with more than 1 second left. Find hidden item Somnium and grow a new eyeball-y into an adult. So I guess it's like a Tamagotchi kind of thing in this. But this is kind of replacing the stuff in the first game where if you cleared with more than 1 second and if you found the hidden item you'd unlock like concept art and stuff like that. Now it gives you a currency that you can use to buy outfits and concept art and other mysterious categories that we don't actually know what those are. How to unlock content. New costume, improve evaluation result. Not entirely sure what that means. Album A, clear the song. Oh, okay. Oh, so you still unlock stuff by doing those, but you also get eyeballs to purchase stuff as well. Okay. Try and find question mark content by yourself. Sure, okay. Alright. Let's get into it. Investigation QTs. Okay. Interesting. They've actually put difficulty modes into it. Time limit increased by 1.5 times. Button mash, you have to mash half as much. 3 times as much time and a quarter. Okay, that's interesting. Time reduction speed by half. Interaction times by half. Retry counts 6 instead of the 3 that you normally get. Time reduction speed by a quarter. Interaction times by a quarter. Unlimited retries. Interesting. Okay. We'll do it standard. 'Cause that's what I'm used to. Any resemblance to actual people, organizations, product names, and locations purely coincidental. Chapter 0, Strange Tale. Hey, boss!
Where am I?
Yeah, so this game has dual protagonists, and I believe, and he's one of them, and Mizuki's the other.
You okay, Ryuki?
Ryuki.
All right, let's keep going. Next question. In Indian mythology, what is the name of the half-god, half-beast spirits that imbibe sense and are known for their musical ability?
Oh, I have no idea about this one. Yes, give me tutorial. Let's just do it just to be sure, in case there's anything new. Inspecting people and objects will progress the story. Move the cursor and the camera. Look around. Okay, cool. Interesting. No staff. Given the fact that everybody's like weird outlines, this is probably inside a Somnium. The door. Stepladder. Camera. Long table. The cursor seems a lot more... It seems a lot quicker than it was in the first game. Monitor. Host. Oh, I didn't mean to pick that.
I'll repeat the question for you, okay?
Okay, yeah. Same as the last game.
In Indian mythology, what is the name of the half-god, half-beast spirits that imbibe sense and are known for their musical ability? Now remember, the other teams can press their buttons too if they know the answer. It's that button right on top of your table.
Okay. Why do you look like that?
What?
Tutorials. Okay, yep. Log of conversation. Cool. Actually, he did just say a bunch of stuff there. It would appear that I'm on a quiz show as one of the contestants. The person asking the questions must be the host. But why is he all blue? Maybe he's feeling down. Who are you?
You feeling all right there, Mr. Ryuki?
Not particularly. Any of that interactable? Monitor. Signboard. Boss. Oh, can't do the other contestants? Okay. Hey, boss. It's been a while. Where am I?
You're joking, right? What are you talking about?
What am I doing here?
Just press the button already. You see that button on the table, right? Push it and you get to answer the question.
What was the question again?
Indian mythology. What is the name of the half-god, half-beast spirits that imbibe sense and are known for their musical ability? If you know the answer, spit it out.
I don't know the answer. Oh, let's take a look at the menu. New menu. File, flowchart, and options. Same as last time. And the autosave. Want to exit the game, go to the top menu. And there's the bonus stuff as well. File. File will allow you to check terms, key terms and information. This will be populated as you progress through the story. Persons from 6 years ago, persons from present, the appendix, trivia, and manual. Oh, that's a lot of people from 6 years ago. Oh god, this is going to be a big cast, isn't it? Oh boy. No, I was hoping the answers to the question would be hidden under the in the trivia. Tama's room evaluation. Right, what's evaluation? Let's just explore all of this menu stuff before we get into it properly. You can check your evaluation by performing certain actions during the story. Achievements will be unlocked and your inspector rank will go up. Okay, higher rank earns better prizes. So obviously we haven't got anything yet. What is Tama's room? This is Tama's room. You can communicate with Tama, ask for life advice, or dress her in different clothes. That'll be the outfit stuff. Okay. Hello.
Just resting or staying the night?
Oh, it's that thing, Tama. What is it again?
It's that thing, Tama. What is it again?
How am I supposed to know? The only thing I know is yours.
Okay. Dress up? Do we even have any costumes?
It's fine.
Oh, this is weird. Oh, we can take a hat off. Okay. Yeah, alright. Okay, let's back off and get into the actual game then.
And that's the answer button for the quiz. Why don't you press it?
Tama, you mean this button?
Yeah. You'd better hurry, or the other teams are gonna answer before you.
Oh shit.
There we go. Team Popo was the quickest, and your
Team Popo. Alright. And the answer is... Oh god, I don't fucking know. I mean, just based on the last game?
What?
No, not data.
The answer is Gandharva. Okay, let's keep going then, shall we? Next question. Are you familiar with the new Cyclops serial killings?
I am indeed.
What?
No, not you, Mr. Ryuki.
This question is for the person on the other side.
Oh, it's addressing me directly.
Who was that?
Why ask that?
Now your answer, please.
This show?
This is the Face-to-Face Special, a 6-hour quiz show live stream marathon. Have you forgotten?
Apparently. Alright. Oh, boss, have you got anything to say about it? What a strange quiz.
You think so? Seems like a normal quiz to me.
Okay, I thought I heard a voice just now.
Yes.
Yes.
The new Cyclops serial killings?
The questions in this quiz aren't aimed at you, Ryuki. They're for you. On the other side.
Nice.
Don't understand what you're saying.
It's breaking the fourth wall immediately.
Oh, and Team Popo presses the button. You must be ready to answer.
I sure am.
But before you do, I want you to take this question very seriously. The new Cyclops serial killings, the incident in which many victims got their eye gouged out and murdered. Are you or are you not familiar with it?
This can alter if we can dig into the details of that incident in the coming 6 days.
In other words, we're asking if we can give you spoilers for the first time.
Just spell it out.
But don't worry. Even if you don't know anything about it, it won't affect how you progress through this game.
The Cyclops serial killings and what you're about to experience, they have nothing to do with each other. Promise.
So I've heard about this.
So please, just tell me honestly. Are you familiar with the new Cyclops serial killings?
So what they've done is put in a special filter, which I'd heard about, which is if you say no that you haven't heard about the new Cyclops serial killing cases, it will change character models and dialogues and things to not spoil the first game, so that you can play this one first and then go back and not be spoiled on the original. But obviously we've played through it, so we're going to answer yes. We are familiar with it. Oh, do I have to? I am.
Are you sure? Don't be lying now. Let's give you a simple test.
I was gonna ask.
The one who resolved the new Cyclops serial killings was Kaname Date of Ibis. On the final day of that investigation, someone was shot in the leg by the culprit. Who was that someone?
It was Moma.
Could you give me their last name, first name only, please? Oh, so close. Moma did get shot, but he was shot in the stomach.
Oh yeah, he was.
But I feel bad for it. I'll give you one more chance. Think about it now, okay? The name of the person who was shot in the...
Oh shit. Fuck, who did get shot in the leg? Was it Data? Oh my god, it's been a while since I've played the first one. I can't remember. Oh fuck. Oh shit, who was it?
Are you sure you really know? Well, even if you didn't, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
It has no effect on how progresses this game.
It was well fun either. So blurry.
Wait, have I just been like denied the ability to...
Oh, did you hear that sound? That means the next question will be the last. Are you ready? A precognitive...
No, hang on, game, hang on. No, we're not doing this.
Are they really, truly?
Hang on, no. We're answering that question. No. No. We're doing this properly. We are solving this properly. I'm not having like... Okay. Am I gonna have to watch back my old footage? Who got shot? I genuinely can't remember who got shot. Oh, it was Mizuki. Did she get shot in the leg? I don't remember that. I remember Moma getting shot. Huh. Alright, I guess we're restarting again. Wow. Just being shamed right out of the gate. Okay, thank you, game. Thank you very much. And now I can cheat and get the first question right as well.
Where?
You okay, Ryuki?
All right.
Oh, pardon me. No, I'm good with the tutorial, thank you.
And that's the answer button for the quiz. Why don't you press it?
Tama, you mean this button?
Yeah.
There we go. Team.
It's that one.
That is.
See, I totally knew that all along.
The answer is Gandharva. Team Popo gets 10 points for the correct answer.
Hell yeah.
Good job, Ryuki. Keep it up.
Thanks, boss. I totally knew that myself.
Okay, let's keep going then, shall we? Next question. Are you familiar with the new Cyclops? No.
This
Okay.
Oh, I want you to take the news. Are you?
I am familiar with it.
So please, are you
I am familiar.
sure? Don't be lying now. Let's give you a simple test just to make sure. The one who resolved the new Cyclops serial killings was Kaname Dot on the final. No need to give me that.
Okay. It was... Mizuki.
could have just gotten lucky. How about
Oh, really?
one more round? Who is the true culprit
Oh, Saito.
of new Cyclops serial killings? Answer with just the first name again, please. Let's have it.
There we go.
Wonderful. That's another right answer. Sorry for doubting you. You really do know about the new Cyclops killing.
I sure do.
Oh, did you hear that sound? That means the next question will be the last. Are you ready? A precognitive dream is a dream that lets you see the future.
Mm-hmm.
These precognitive dreams, are they
Really, truly real.
Based on the last game, I'm going to probably say yes. They probably are real. Oh, shit.
It can't be.
Oh no, not boss 2.
What's wrong, Ryuki? Are you okay?
Ew. Does this mean boss is in trouble of getting killed? Is she at risk? Oh, the curse has changed colour. Are we Mizuki now? Hell yes! It's weird that you can move the cursor around during.
Be careful, Mizuki. I've detected a biological response. 3
During
o'clock. Distance of
cutscenes.
15 feet. In the middle row of seats.
Oh. Someone watching us. Oh shit, what the fuck? Tutorial stuff, I guess. Getting us used to the quick time events. That body shape looks like a woman's. Shit, where are they?
Iba, zoom in. Night vision mode.
Roger that.
There they are, the hint.
Use the X-ray next.
Understood.
Found you. Who is that?
Identity unknown. Judging from their figure, they appear to be female.
Ah, so she's jealous, huh? I bet that's it. Why else would another girl target me?
You can't think of any other reason?
Well, sure, but I'm really cute, you know? That's why other girls don't like me much.
Wow.
I'm fairly certain that has more to do with your personality. Mizuki, load Evolver with a stun grenade round. You should be able to knock your opponent unconscious by detonating it near them.
Got it.
That's a lot more types of rounds this time. Oh, also like a different gun. It's like a little derringer kind of thing.
Okay, it's ready.
I will display the aiming reticle. Take aim and pull the trigger.
On it.
Oh, I don't have to wait for the little bar thing to fill up anymore.
What's with this girl?
Did that get her?
Go now.
Detecting the target's footsteps. They seem to be heading toward the stadium exit.
Can't let them get away.
Mizuki, wait. Even you won't be able to catch up to them.
Really?
More importantly,
And Mizuki has super strength and is super agile, so anyone who's able to outrun her, I guess, is nothing to be sniffed at.
Hey, that's...
you recognize him?
Yeah, I'm sure of it. I'll never forget. It's...
New character, I think.
the left half of his body. His name is Jin Furue. I remember it clearly. 6 years ago, at Studio Devita. The right half of his body.
So that's going to be our big mystery this time round. 6 years ago.
Ryuki, what's wrong? Pull yourself together.
Oh, so is it Ryuki in the past and then...
Boss, where am I?
Oh, Mizuki in the future. Interesting.
Who falls asleep in the middle of a...
Also, yay, Momo! Asa and the big dude.
Mr. Ryuki, you're working under boss, right? Boss, have you been giving him vacation time?
She's probably working him to the bone on his off hours, too.
I resent that. That is not true. I just have him scrape the stratum corneum off my heels every once in a while. Hey, Ryuki. Are you sure you're all right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, now that Mr. Ryuki is away,
What's wrong with your head?
shall we? Here we go. Next question.
Why are you a weird box?
Which Taoist symbol, shaped like interlocking black and white commas, represents the origin of all things?
It's the yin yang.
What the? A blackout?
What are you standing around for? Get the lights!
Yeah, I'm on it.
Oh shit. Now is that a QR code that works? Yeah, it seems like it's going to be Mizuki in the future and new dude in the past. Interesting. That's an interesting way of splitting it up. Wow, boss, you've just like not aged at all in 6 years. Also, still wearing the same clothes.
It's snowing, but it hasn't piled up yet.
Yeah.
By the way, Mizuki, there is something that has been bothering me.
What's this?
This is the field before law enforcement arrived. Notice anything peculiar?
No, nothing in particular.
The turf runs a considerable distance and is wet from the snow. If someone were to step on it, they would leave a trace. However,
There aren't any footprints.
indeed,
Then how did the body...
unknown. Perhaps they descended from the sky, or rose up from the ground, or they teleported here.
I mean, it is an open air stadium.
I was joking. Do not take it seriously.
There isn't a trace in any disturbance on the field, so how did the body get here? Holographic boundary line, audience seats, empty. Monitors. Oh. Stadium lights. It's that lap time display. Talk to everybody but boss first. Do all of the... check all of like the unimportant looking things first, just in case. The important stuff will probably progress the story and I might miss stuff. Aren't you cold?
Nah, the lining has heating wires in it, so I'm warm. Oh, thank you for the concern, though.
He's dressed warmer than we are. Did you find anything?
Oh, no. I just started investigating, really.
Cool. And about the body?
Weird, though, isn't it? He got killed 6 years ago, but the body shows up now?
Yeah. In very good condition as well. Looks new. Detective, you're...
What? You really don't know? I'm Detective Ushidera, Special Investigations Office, MPD. I don't even have to ask about you. You're Mizuki Okiura, 18 years old, a high schooler attending Sakiba High, the all-girls school, right? Ah, but Okiura is your former name. You've been adopted by Date, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, makes sense.
The studio when the other half of the corpse was found.
So I take it you were there too?
Yeah. Back then I was on the investigation team. Though you were 12 at the time, so I can't blame you for not remembering me. I heard you became a special agent at Ibis. That boss lady got her claws in you, huh? This little girl gets hired as an investigator. Guess they'll take anyone they can get. Times sure have changed.
Ibis is a particularly special organization. Mizuki was hired via what might be referred to as extra-legal measures.
I mean, it makes sense. She already knew about Ibis and what they were doing. And she has crazy super strength as well, so, it's not like a stretch. Know anything?
I should be asking you. You're the one who discovered the body, right? You were also at the studio 6 years ago when the other half was found. Quite a coincidence, don't you think?
You're gonna be a problem, aren't you, detective?
Why did you come here?
I got a Nile message. It said HB Stadium. That could only be referring to the case 6 years ago, right?
The half-body serial killings.
I need to know more about that case. It changed my life. Forever. So that's why I came.
Ibis trivia. Regarding Mizuki's smartphone. If it gets reception, I can connect to any network. I can make calls and... oh, I'm doing it the wrong way.
The footprints.
Bingo. There isn't a single footprint on the field that doesn't belong to someone here. So just how did the culprit do it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I accidentally triggered a message there because I was trying to, like, mess around with the thing at the top. I can make calls and send and receive messages on now. Mizuki says, I don't want you to know about my private life. If I leave my eyes closed, you won't be able to see it, right, Iba? This is why she still carries her smartphone around. Okay. Anyway, back to the detective. About the Nile message.
Who sent the message?
I don't know. It was sent from an account that signed up with a fake name. Someone must have wanted me to discover the body.
Someone?
Maybe the culprit.
Why would the culprit do that to you?
I don't know.
There is one more thing we don't know. The masked woman who shot at us earlier. Who could this person of interest be? And why did she try to kill you?
Any leads? There's no trace of any disturbance on the field, so how did the body get here? Oh, okay, that was the thing I accidentally triggered last time. Inspector, do you recognize the body?
Of course, ma'am. It's Jin Furroway. I don't think there's anyone in our generation who wouldn't recognize him. He was famous until he passed away.
IT company CEO.
He died.
And 6 years ago, I was part of that investigation too.
Were you at the studio by any chance?
You don't remember? We did talk for a bit.
Oh, is this our boy from the last game?
Don't remember. You don't leave much of an impression. In a good way.
In a good way?
What's your name?
I have a bad feeling.
Yes, it is. It's our boy.
Then I'll tell you, but please don't forget it, okay?
Got it.
My name is Kagami.
Yes, Kagami.
Huh? Okay, I'll remember that.
I won't remember that. What's your name?
This would happen.
What's your name?
I'll say it one more time. My name is Kagami.
How's the investigation? No, what's your name?
I told you it's Kagami.
Okay. By the way, what's with the ma'am? What's your name? Oh. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, I love returning jokes. I'm so glad that's back. By the way, what's with the mom?
This is a high-level organization in the police department. You do technically outrank me, ma'am.
Huh. Really? But you don't need to worry about the formalities with me.
What? For real? I can be casual with you?
Do you want to get your ass kicked?
Sorry, ma'am.
Okay, what's your name? How's the investigation going?
I've finished gathering DNA samples. It's being sent to forensics now. I'm sure the results will be out shortly.
Stab in the dark, but I'm gonna say that the reason he's dead is because he's missing the other half of his body. Crazy, I know. Boss, what are you doing here?
You do know I'm the commander of Ibis.
Yeah, but what are you doing here?
Right, but that's why I'm asking. Isn't it a bit weird for you to be at a crime scene in person?
This case is special. I saw it too, 6 years ago. The other half of the corpse.
At Studio Divita.
And the HB case is still open, even after all this time. The reputation of the whole department hangs on this case.
By HB case, she is referring to the half-body serial killings. So named because the victims' bodies were cut in two. The culprit is known as Terror.
Terror, okay.
Their identity is unknown. 6 years have passed since Terror first made themselves known, but we have yet to find any promising leads.
I already know that. You don't have to explain it.
Just explaining it for the audience. Regarding the terror. Tear has two meanings. Tear as in tears when you cry, and the other tear means to rip something. The culprit of HB case is more a reference to the latter. By adding an ER to the end of tear, we get terror. Wow, fascinating. Will you let me investigate this case?
Of course not.
What? Why not?
Because you're only 18, Mizuki. You're still a student at Sekiba High.
But I barely even go now. I graduate in a month. I hardly have any classes left.
The point is, you're still a student.
Then why did you let me join Ibis?
Because I thought you had potential as a sinker.
I assume your gargantuan strength and combat ability were a factor as well.
But you're basically still an intern. You've only been training for about a month. It's way too early to put you in the field.
I want to be on this case no matter what.
Yeah, I thought you'd say that.
Please, boss. I have to. This case is...
Can you not give me the puppy dog eyes? You know I'm weak to the puppy dog eyes. Fine.
Hey.
Promise me one thing. Swear to me that you won't do anything dangerous or illegal, no matter what.
Yeah, I swear, I swear!
And one more thing. I am your superior. You should address me with a little more respect.
10-4, boss man. I read you loud and clear.
Do you?
About data.
Why? What is it?
Oh, why is it?
I was just wondering if he contacted you or anything.
I would have let you know right away if he did. Date was caught in that explosion 6 years ago.
And has been missing ever since.
Oh.
Date's body was never recovered from the scene. Don't worry. I am positive it would take more than that to kill Kaname Date. I am certain he's at the Hot Springs District in a someplace, spending his time.
Nice.
If he is, I'd go down there and drown him in that boiling water myself.
So Tammy was the place that you kept trying to invite the receptionist from this gate to, and they had like that fake ending where you both run away from the case. So it's a nice little callback there. Also, Dad had died in an explosion. Also, why was it his old body? It showed him in Saito's body. I've read all that before. File. This document is written for Abyss investigators. I, as an Abyss office worker, am the author. I have collected information from AI balls and selected information that I thought needed additional explanation. This might contain information that you already know, but is included here just in case. Investigations are dangerous. You might lose your memory due to an accident. Hey. But you can use this to regain your memory if that happens. Abyss. Acronym for Advanced Brain Investigation Squad. They are located in the 6th basement floor of the police HQ, and as their name implies, they dive into the human brain to investigate criminal cases. They are supposed to be private, secret organization, but they have became known to the public during the New Cyclops serial killings. However, they are still unofficial, underground, and not to be spoken of. Okay. Oh, Popo. There we go. Team Popo is the quickest, and your answer is a nickname for police officers. It's meant to be somewhat derogatory. As persons of interest, no. I might start each session by reading through all the ones from the previous session of these. I'm not sure. I can't remember if I went through them all on the first game or not. I don't think I did. Ibis Room. Let's take a look.
You need to get some rest every once in a while.
Iba, tell me something that'll get me excited.
Iba, tell me something that will get me excited.
If you image search the word insect, you will be bouncing off the walls with excitement.
Oh, she loves her insects. Dress up. Do we have any options for you? Give her Tama's hat.
Mama, it'll look good on me.
Nice. It's even got like little dialogue stuff for.
If it looks good on Tama, it'll look good on me.
Oh, I thought that would zoom in on. Okay. No, I can rotate her very slowly. Okay, let's not bother with that. Let's take the hat off. Life advice?
Worried about health?
That's right.
Something wrong with your health?
My back is.
The issues that arise from working at a desk.
True.
I hear students nowadays have a bad back. The back is a crucial part of your body. Do not take it lightly.
Seriously.
Consult a doctor and act with haste.
As someone who has some back issues, that is so true. Oh, pardon me. Flowchart, let's take a look. We haven't had any branching paths yet, but I want to get like a look at this, see how they do it, because we have two different characters. So flowchart allows you to check the flow of the story and branching points. It's populated with chapters as you progress through the story. You can select a chapter from the destination list and jump to different points in the story. Okay, so we're starting with that one. Alright, and nowhere to go yet. Alright, let's take a look at this body. Evidence marker, so 3 pieces of evidence?
I will get the more shocking facts out of the way first. The estimated time of death is approximately 9 hours ago.
What? 9 hours ago?
It is currently 9 o'clock, so that would mean he was killed around 12.
Wait. Hold on. 6 years ago,
Hold that thought. There's more. As you can see, the body was cut in 2. There are no other external wounds on the body. It appears that he was sliced in half while he was still alive.
Huh. It's a very clean cut from the looks of it.
As for what was used to cut him, I am sorry, but that cannot be determined.
What do you mean?
Judging by the cross-section, it is clear that it was not a blade. It could not be a laser or pressurized water either.
Then what was it?
As I said, I do not know. The body was cut at the molecular level.
Initial thought is time travel, some kind of time manipulation.
There is hardly any blood left in the body. It could be speculated that the corpse was left with the cut section facing the ground. However, there are no traces of any blood flow on the ground. Therefore, it is clear that he was murdered at some other location. Would you like to check the corpse with X-ray mode?
Yes, please.
Yeah. It's unlikely, but maybe the right half of the body is buried in the ground.
You could simply flip the body over.
No way. I don't want to see that cut. Especially not down there.
Oh.
In that case, how's this?
Thanks. I see now. That body is definitely just the left half.
Hey, boss. Can we look around at people? Like, anyone got any metal plates in their bodies or anything?
That's definitely Jin Furue.
Yeah, the same face we saw 6 years ago at Studio Divita.
Freighter free, what does that mean?
He was quite famous and often made media appearances. This cannot possibly be a stranger who happens to look like him.
Okay, initial idea is either time travel or clones. Who knows?
His body was discovered in Studio Divita, and now his left half was found here at the stadium. And yet his time of death is 12 o'clock today, which means that half his body was alive very recently. What the hell is going on? My brain is doing cartwheels trying to figure this out.
Iba?
Hold on, did Iba just appear?
Yeah.
Wait, let me put my earphones in.
Can you hear me, boss?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Alright, but what's up? Twin brother?
I looked into Jin Furue's family background. Not only did he not have a twin, but there is no record of him ever having siblings.
I figured that would be the case. What if the body was frozen?
There are no signs of him ever having been frozen. That half body was definitely alive until just recently.
What if they belong to different people?
I, of course, did consider it a possibility. But both faces match perfectly. The rest depends on the DNA results.
What if he was still alive, just with the left half?
What?
I mean, the heart is in the left half of the body.
I get it. You think they might have sewn the body back together.
No, there are no traces of that. And, were you two being serious? You do realize the cerebrum, brainstem, and spinal cord were completely severed in two?
So? It's possible. No.
I have no idea what's going on. But this case is definitely connected to the incident 6 years ago.
Which means the half-body case isn't over yet.
6 years ago, I was 12. Oh, God, pardon me. I obviously wasn't in Ibis then. I wasn't part of the... Oh god. Didn't realise those were going to progress at all. I wasn't part of the investigation at all. I don't know much about this case. I did see some of the investigation documents during my training, but the information there wasn't much better than the information on the internet, so I couldn't get the full picture.
Hey, Iba. How much do you know about the HB serial killings?
As you know, my knowledge of the case is about the same as yours.
About the same?
Due to the explosion 6 years ago, I lost all of my memories from a few days before that point.
Okay.
And due to poor connection, I was unable to send or retrieve any backups.
Right, okay. That's their explanation for it.
Same for me. Ryuki was the one on the case at the time. I don't know anything other than what he reported.
What about the stuff he didn't report?
I'm not a psychic. How would I know something that he didn't tell me?
Iba, where's Ryuki now?
I've determined the location from Toma's GPS. Currently, Ryuki seems to be in Golden Yokocho.
Oh, has he gone to see Mama? Oh god, that's a lot of destinations. Holy shit. Whee! Oh, pardon me, I don't know why I'm coughing so much. Let's take a look at the sign.
Fray to free?
Fray can mean battle, tatter, ravel, or strain.
Let's see if I can scan this and get some kind of... Oh god, I don't know if this is going to work. Oh wow, that worked instantly. So it leads to a video called Fray to Free, which is some weird, like, 3D video thing. Oh my god, this is weird. The fuck am I looking at? What the fuck is this? Okay, I hope the game actually shows it on screen, because... yeah, that's some weird stuff. What the fuck? Okay. That sure was something.
Free is self-explanatory.
To set free or release.
So the phrase could mean something like fight to set free.
Okay. Let's look around. The camera. Can't do the policeman. A weird group of characters to be doing a panel TV show thing. Alright, let's start with Iris and Mizuki. She's trembling. Her name?
I know her name, without asking. Iris Sagan. I was introduced before the show started, and...
She was involved in the new Cyclops serial killings that happened last November. You read the reports.
yeah, so I know enough about what happened. Mr. Date was also on that case.
Oh, by the way, this case and the new Cyclops serial killings case are not related, though that's just a hunch. Okay, you seem very confident about that. Are you okay?
Does she look okay to you? I already talked to the other detective. I want to go home already.
Did you know the victim?
Teleportation.
What?
That body teleported here from a parallel world.
Okay.
Only half of his body was able to make it through. That's why he was split in half. Jeez.
Alright, Mizuki. Mizuki Date now. Her name?
Mizuki Date, 12 years old. Her former name is Okiura, but she was adopted by my superior officer, Kaname Date. That's why I've met her a few times before.
Why is it showing his old body?
On your back after he had one too many rounds.
It's still showing him in Saito's body, not in his original body. He's not gone back to being Falco. Weird. Where is Date?
I don't know. Not his guardian, you know. He got all giddy about taking a long vacation. He's probably at a cabaret club in Meguro right now, pouring some ponzu on that Reika chick's fat thighs.
Wow, you're really upset with him. What are you doing?
What? Isn't it obvious?
Sorry?
Iris is totally freaking out, so I'm helping her calm down. When are you letting me leave anyway? That other detective said you still had questions you needed to ask. So...
Do you know the victim?
Of course. Jin Furue, right? I've seen him online a bunch of times.
Okay. Moma, what are you doing here?
His name is Moma Kumakura. He's a leader of the Kumakura gang, which is under the Ujisaki family.
I know. The Kumakuras are known for being peculiar, even among Yakuza. But why is their leader at a live-streamed quiz show?
Who's the man sitting beside you?
Oh, you mean Shinpei?
Shinpei?
Shinpei Wagai. That's his name. He was one of our members until just recently.
Was?
Yeah, he went clean. Left the life completely.
Nice.
Where is he now?
Who knows? The moment he saw the corpse, he flew out of the room, white as a sheet. He's probably puking into a toilet somewhere.
Do you know the victim?
Anyway, it's real fucked up. Even people in my world wouldn't kill someone so gruesomely. That bastard. Scaring Tessa like this. Whoever did this better make sure the cops get to him before I do.
Oh, calm down, Moma. It's Moma Kumakura. Hey, it's the detective dude from before. You're...
We work in the same building and you don't know my name. Can't blame you though. You're new. Metro PD, major crimes. Name's Ushidera.
Ushidera, okay.
I already know all about you. No need to say it. Kurita Ryuki, 23 years old. Due to your excellent marks, you skipped a few grades at an elite private university and graduated at 21. Afterward, you went through training at Police Academy for 15 months and were accepted into Ibis last summer. It's incredibly rare for anyone to get into Ibis without having stepped foot on a crime scene. Don't tell me you slept your way in with Boss.
I wish.
I took the formal exam and boss acknowledged my abilities.
You mean your endurance? You're a young guy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Boss definitely seems more into the marathons than the sprints.
What are you talking about?
Well, Ryuki, when a man each other very much.
You don't have to explain it. I get it.
Jokes aside, I'm reporting you to the HR. Any leads?
Unfortunately, nothing yet. HQ still hasn't gotten any reports about the half-body being found. Hell, maybe it's never going to be found. What if that body crossed over time and space?
Okay, the fact that they're pointing out time travel and teleportation stuff makes it all seem like that's not going to be the answer. Police officer? Any new intel?
Please, don't rush me. I'm doing the best I can.
Jeez, I just asked you a question, dude. Fuck. Holy shit. About the body.
Is it true that body appeared out of nowhere? It's hard to believe, but...
How are you?
It's
all right now, because I am here! Half might! Half for all! We are full-time heroes!
You okay, Mr. Ryuki? I feel like you aren't exactly sound mind right now.
Ryuki can oftentimes, get weird like this. He isn't doing well mentally. One of my jobs is to support him. Okay. Okay. Police officer from this jurisdiction. Hey, it's, what's your name?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that I had a bad experience. I try not to tell people my name.
Then I'll tell you instead. His name is Kagami.
Kagami, huh?
Huh? How did you know?
So what was it?
Why does this keep happening? Is my name cursed or something?
Yeah, but you didn't actually tell me what your name was.
All I can do is laugh now.
Oh, it is funny. What's your name?
I told you, it's Kagami.
One more time. Oh. Do you know the victim?
Jin Furuwe? Yes, of course I know about him. I actually follow him on Twitter.
Twitter.
BS of the modern world. He's insightful, inspiring in a way.
What's your name? Okay. How's the investigation on the body going?
What? You still haven't taken DNA samples?
Easier said than done. Most of the blood was drained from the body, so we have no choice but to take samples from the organs. Wait, hey, this is no place for a kid.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're right next to the body.
So?
So? Well, you could be traumatized for life seeing something
It's
like
not the first one she's seen.
Fine. I've seen worse.
Yeah, she sure has.
Anyway, you're in the way.
Fine.
Well, there you have it.
So in other words, you don't have anything.
Boss, why are we here?
Hey, what's going on with you? Memory problems? Brain disorder or something? You look like you're losing it a little.
No, it's nothing.
Boss was invited here by Ma, a host from Kabuki show. Ma told her, let's go on this online show together. It looks so fun. But immediately after she showed up, she was sent a denial message that read, sorry, something came up.
So,
Okay.
flaked on her.
Boss tried to go home, but the show's staff stopped her and begged her to find a replacement.
So she called up her obedient underling, huh? How convenient.
Yeah, you remember now?
Remember? You never told me anything about this Ma guy.
Ah, so Tama told you. After I asked her not to.
Who's in charge of this case?
Well, there's no one else available, so would you mind taking care of it?
What? Me?
I know this case could get dangerous. It might be too hot to assign to a rookie. But then again, you have a reliable partner with you.
I'll give you hands-on assistance for this investigation.
Jesus, Tama, calm down. About the body.
Jin Furuwe, no doubt about it. He was like an advisor who represented the young talent. I saw him a lot on the news online. This is so strange. Why just his right half?
Okay, what about the body itself? Oh, the sign. Are we going to scan it?
What's with that QR code?
The thing is, there seems to be an error in the Ibis communication system. We're having issues getting online.
What? Come on.
What? You got a problem with that?
That explains why Iba wasn't
Not at all.
backed up. Outside influence to make sure that... Fight for freedom, huh? What about the
estimated
corpse?
time of death was about 40 hours ago.
Okay, that's a big difference from...
Current time 2200, which means he died around 6 o'clock February 9th.
Yesterday morning.
There's hardly any blood left in his body. His body must have been left with his legs slightly raised and the cut side facing the ground. Blood naturally flowed out as a result.
So, in the future, the body was only 9 hours old. Now, this one's 40 hours old.
Leaving the cut surprisingly clean and visible. The cut appears to have been made by something far thinner than paper.
Thinner than paper?
For example, something with 0 thickness, like a 2D surface.
There's no such...
What's more is that it doesn't seem like the connections between molecules were severed. The structure of the molecules themselves have been cut.
So this is going to be a little hard to understand, so feel free to skip this if you don't like. If you'd like. Among scientific bonds, there is an intimate... Oh, sorry, 1 second. Oh, God. Sorry about that. Among scientific bonds, there is intramolecular bond, which uses electrons to bond, and the intramolecular bond, which is bonding these molecules themselves. Blah bonds are stronger than blah bond. Okay, intra and inter. Oh my god, this again. Okay. Okay, intra is stronger than inter. So when something is cut in half, it's usually the intermolecular bond that is severed. However, Jin's body was severed at an intramolecular bond level. That's it for the science part. Please continue to enjoy the main story. Thanks. What in the world happened yesterday at 6? Is that everyone? Inspector? Was there anything left for you? Oh, it's because we didn't actually look at him, maybe. Right, you, host, what the fuck? Who are you?
I think he introduced himself to me before the show started. His name was Andy's Kameji, I think.
That's his stage name, of course. His real name is Yoneharu Enda. He's a comedian.
I'd never heard of him before. He must not be very good.
Oh, wow, burn.
And I suppose you can do better, asshole. What do you know about comedians? Listen, comedians are all doing their best so they can bring people joy. And here you are, just...
I'm sorry, Tama, Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Wow, she fucking went off on him. I've known Tama for more than half a year now, but I still have a hard time understanding what sets her off. I had no idea that this was a sensitive subject. Okay, where am I?
Are you still out of it, Mr. Ryuki? This is Studio Divaita in Minato Roppongi. It's a rental studio mostly used for live streaming, filming, that kind of thing.
About the quiz show.
Did you really not understand what you were getting into when you agreed to this?
Sure didn't.
We arrived here right as the stream was about to begin. They made us sit in the contestant seat right away without telling us anything.
Well, the title of our show is right there.
Faith to Face, our special 6-hour live stream marathon, brought to you by Amabi TV.
6 hours?
Stream, of course, but the cameras should have been running when that body appeared. I'm sure all of Japan, or even the world, tuning in on the internet is in shock right now.
Amabi TV is a live streaming internet service for PC and smartphone. The quiz show Faith to Face is one of the shows. It's a mildly popular show with everyday people as contestants. Where's the staff?
They're being questioned by the police in the waiting room. Mr. Ryuki, aren't you with the police too?
Well, yes.
BIS is a high-level investigation police agency. They don't get along well with regular police officers and have a hard time getting them to share information. That was everyone, wasn't it? Oh, cop's face.
The identity of the deceased has been confirmed through facial recognition. Jin Furue, 29 years old, the CEO of Music Food Co. Ltd. He's also an executive at several IT firms, consultation companies, investment firms, and advertising agencies. His columns and essays are featured in various magazines and online media. He's quite a successful author.
Okay. All-round successful dude.
By the way, Ryuki, there's something about the corpse's head that's been bothering me. It's hard to see from here, so here's the image I took earlier.
What's this?
It's an enlarged picture of Jin's temporal
Bullet hole in the back of the head?
It's hard to see because of the hair in the way, but there are signs of traumatic subcutaneous hematoma. In other words, there's bruising. I think he got hit with a blunt object.
Okay.
Someone hit him from behind?
Probably. But I don't think this is a fatal wound. There's no damage to the skull or brain itself.
Is it enough to knock him out, though?
And as you can clearly see, his cause of death was being split in half. There are no other visible wounds besides the head trauma. He must have been cut in two while he was alive.
Okay, let's x-ray.
What is it?
This might not be related to the case, but I just thought of something. Ryuki, would you mind moving closer to the body?
He's missing one of his back teeth.
Yes, the first molar of his upper jaw was completely removed from its root. Judging by the impression left in the gums, it looks like it was removed just recently.
Okay.
Ryuki, I've got a connection. The QR code link. It leads to a ViewCube page.
ViewCube? You mean...
Yes, the video streaming site.
Whose account does the channel belong to?
No idea. It was registered using an alias.
Okay. Open it.
What?
I'm sorry. Can you please open it?
That's better.
Okay, so this is the video that's on YouTube. If you scan it in... Yeah, it's some weird shit.
What's wrong, Ryuki?
Oh shit, what the fuck? Hang on, let's see if I can pull up my... Oh, pardon me. Translation stuff on my phone. Google Translate. Let's see if this works. Camera. Okay, I might need to get closer to the screen here. Okay, so the bottom one apparently is just him saying a spider over and over again. Oh no, maybe not. Okay, it's just all nonsense. As far as Google Translate is doing, yeah.
Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, so you've got some weird shit going on, Ryuki. Some weird shit. What the fuck? What exploded? We didn't pick anything up on the X-ray. That seems like... The body exploding seems like a destroying evidence kind of thing. Stopping them from being able to like properly look at it, so it might not actually be the dude. I don't know. Or is it a side effect of the body splitting in half? No, because the future one didn't explode, so... Why is Date in Saito's body still? That's the thing that's weirding me out. Because he should be back into his own body now. If this is continuing on from the true ending of the last game. Which it should be, because Iris is alive. She only survived in the good ending.
Oh, it's Brahmin.
You are familiar with it?
Yeah, I've been here a bunch of times. Ryuki is supposed to be here?
I'm certain of it.
Okay, let's go in.
Are we going to see Mama? Wow, dude, you're wasted. So this isn't Mama's place? Just another place? Oh, not sure. Menu, counter. Nothing to say about any of these?
It's a picture of Ganesha, the Hindu god. Ganesha is worshipped as the god of wealth, especially by merchants.
That's the second Hindu reference so far in the game. I wonder if that's going to be a recurring theme throughout. Alright, dude. How does he look? Wake him up first.
Ryuki, wake up!
Wake him up.
Hey, I said wake up!
Wake him up.
Oh, look, a porno mag.
Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to work on Ryuki.
It's more of a Date, I think.
I suspect Date would have woken up instantly.
Come on, big brother! Wake up! Wake up! If you don't hurry, you're gonna be late.
He's awake?
Nurse, pour some soy sauce on me, please.
What?
Right down the middle.
Oh, dude, what happened to you? What happened to you? Holy shit. Where's Genny? Whoever that is. I assume the owner of this place.
I don't know. Maybe to the mirror world?
What?
Genny, being this man? Full name, Gen Ishigami.
What the fuck?
Several several times in the past when I was in Date's left eye socket.
Yeah, Genny is the owner of this fusion restaurant, Brahmin. He runs it all by himself without hiring any help. Where could he be? It's not like him to leave his customers like this.
What the fuck? About the HB case?
Furue's other half was found. The other side of his corpse. The one we couldn't find 6 years ago.
Nah, he's too out of it.
Around 12 o'clock today. What do you think that means? Answer me, Ryuki!
Oh, I thought that was behind me.
Case, weren't you?
Make it a sidebar, please.
Just what kind of dream is he having?
How should I know?
Should we try wink syncing?
Forget it. It'd just be a waste of battery.
Wink syncing. A new type of syncing.
Ryuki, please, tell me about 6 years ago. I want to know all about what happened back then. The HB case and the explosion are related. If I can solve the HB case, maybe I can figure out where he is.
Okay, so Date's been missing.
I'll take a double shochu curry shot.
This is futile, Mizuki. Ryuki's blood alcohol level is 0.32%. He is quite intoxicated. In fairness, the reason he's like this now is because of that incident.
From 6 years ago?
Issues before, but the events of the case deepened his condition.
Okay.
As you can see, he now spends his days drowning himself in alcohol.
So if we solve this case, we might be able to heal his trauma?
It's possible.
Then it's all the more reason for him to help. For his own sake, too.
Still, I doubt he would wake up even if you cut his eyelids off.
Jesus, Cyber.
What will you do?
Isn't it obvious? I'll sync with him.
Drag his drunk ass back to Ibis. So this is going to be our tutorial sync, I guess. Hello, Pewter. It's been a while. Alright, long table. The locker. Any jokes from the locker, please. This was a goldmine for jokes.
I'm still here.
Yes!
I've always been here.
Hey, did you hear something?
Yes, that's the cleaning lady.
Oh, okay. Wait, what?
Ah, yes, that locker. Thank God. Did they? I thought there was a door here before. Alright, what's Pewter hiding in the shelves? It's a facial roller inside.
Creepy girls used to climb out of those things in the old days.
Creepy girls?
That's right. Or was it just one girl? If you copy the tape, is there more than one girl? Or maybe one is real and the rest are clones? They didn't do a good job of explaining it.
Either way, it's creepy.
Door leading to the sink room. Monitors the sink room itself. I think that's everything. How's he looking? Hey. Talk to him.
Mizuki, I think you're wasting your time trying to talk to him. He's so soaked in alcohol, you could light his breath on fire with a match.
Alright, Pewter. It's Pewter. Futa Amanawa. I said that wrong, but everyone calls him Pewter. I'm sure you can figure out why. Where's Boss?
Wait, you didn't see her at the stadium?
I did, but she's not back yet?
Of course not. This is Boss we're talking about. She's probably at a host club in Kabukicho, licking the salt off her third tequila shot right about now.
Everyone's just getting absolutely wasted around here. About the case.
I know. I got the report. Jin Furroway's right half was found in Studio Divita 6 years ago. The other half was found at the stadium today, correct? The corpse's estimated time of death was around 12. No signs of the body having been frozen. And Jin doesn't have any twins. The theory of the right and left half belonging to different people was debunked earlier, too.
What do you mean?
We got the DNA results. The DNA extracted from Jin's right half.
Oh, they did get DNA from him
sequence
back then.
is an exact match with the left half that was found. A 100% match. They definitely belong to the same person.
Wait, hang on.
It was found 6 years ago on February 10th.
We had that little scene with Kagami where Mizuki said that he hadn't collected the DNA from him yet, and then the body exploded. That's suspicious. Not of Kagami himself, he seems like a normal dude, but I think the explosion... interesting. Huh.
Today is also February 10th. What could it mean?
Oh, exactly 6 years ago.
Mizuki.
Same date.
Do you really intend to sync with him?
Would it be a problem because he's drunk or something?
No, but what I mean is, you haven't gotten permission from Boss, have you? I understand how you feel, Mizuki. I'm sure you want to solve the HB case more than anyone. After all, you lost two very precious things due to that incident.
Two?
Ate, of course, and...
Oh, her eye. Yeah. Okay, I was wondering if that was like a special contact thing or if it was actually her eye.
At least we didn't have to extract your eye to insert the AI ball. There was nothing left to extract.
I am glad the room was vacant. I don't do well with roommates.
Okay.
Listen, you shouldn't delve too deeply into this case. I have a very bad feeling about all this.
Don't worry. Boss didn't technically give me permission to sync, but she did assign the investigation to me.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah, let's do it.
There will be no turning back.
I know.
You really don't want me to go in there, do you?
Let's get started. What happened 6 years ago? Ryuki's memories may hold the answer.
I bet his somnium's going to be something like really fucked up if he's suffering from some sort of mental condition that's gotten worse as a result of the case. Okay, having the cursor on the screen during these kinds of scenes is really messing with me.
Mizuki, the time limit within Somnium is 6 minutes.
I know.
Stay there any longer, and your consciousness will be absorbed into the subject's mind.
And we'll body swap, I know.
I got it. This isn't my first time syncing, you know.
Okay then, let's begin.
Now, is that a reference to the first game or not? Because the sync that you did as Mizuki in the first game was on her ending. Or is it that she synced before as part of the training for Ibis? It's probably the latter. Oh no! God fucking damn it, this song. Oh, god damn it. They literally... Oh, fuck's sake.
I've been practicing. How's my dancing?
Never do that song again.
Wriggling around like a freshly caught shrimp.
Oh, no. Not you two. I'm too cute to be a shrimp.
Hey, listen. Now's no time for a dance number. We have an investigation to handle.
Ah, yes. My apologies. I felt compelled.
Oh, the interrogation room.
Oh, Mizuki. Do you know your way around Somnia? If you are assigned to this case, you will be sinking many times, I'm sure. Would you like a refresher?
I know what to do, but let's refresher it anyway.
Yeah, sure. A little refresher course couldn't hurt. Not that I need it or anything.
Exactly.
Understood. I will be ready to assist you when the time comes.
In Somnia, you will investigate the inside of a dream. The objective will be to find the subject's hidden memories.
Got it. Thanks. Alright then.
This desk and camera are from the interrogation room.
But there's no walls or ceiling. What am I supposed to do in a place this bare?
Well, before anything...
The mirror?
Somnium scan! Activate!
Okay, how many locks? 1, 2, 3. 3 for the tutorial, fair enough. Dispel Ryuki's hallucinations and help find the truth. Ryuki is trapped by hallucinations. Help him overcome them. Discover the truth. Standard difficulty, okay.
This layer of Ryuki's somnium appears to have 3 mental locks.
So I gotta unlock those, right?
Correct. By doing so, you can travel deeper into his psyche. The truth is found in the deepest layer.
By unlocking mental locks, you can go deeper into the dream. By unlocking all of them, you might be able to learn valuable information. Objectives. Find a way to unlock the mental locks called objectives, located on the top left of the screen. Make sure you work towards these to progress. Remember the case. Remind them of Japanese text.
Okay, I'll start with this room first.
Right. There isn't much to interact with, but there must be a way to continue.
In Somnia, you can inspect things with nameplates. First, move Iba around to get close to something with a nameplate and then inspect it. Okay, it seems like the mirrors.
It is the same two-way mirror as the interrogation room. Due to the lack of a wall, it appears to be floating.
When inspecting something, you can give Iba orders from the available options. Choose an option to have Iba do whatever the fuck. 0 seconds on both of these. L3 key, what's that? Okay, that's new. Right, who's the most beautiful person in this world?
It's going to be me, but ask anyway.
Mirror, who is the most beautiful person in the world?
Hang on, so does that mean Ryuki thinks he's the most beautiful person in the world?
It is a two-way mirror.
You know, that's 0 seconds. Let's. Oh, I don't have any time ticking down for this one. Okay.
A folding chair. Same as the kind in the interrogation room.
They haven't introduced the timer for this one yet. Let's sit on it.
Try sitting on it.
There. Oh, what?
Oh, hey dude.
Mizuki, now is your chance to question him.
Oh, this one's a branching path. Okay. I didn't think they'd do a branching path on the kind of tutorial one. You can check how much progress you've made by checking the depth. The action you just did has progressed your depth. Make to the bottom to clear the somnium. Okay. Slap him awake.
Mizuki, you cannot get away with this just because you're a member of law enforcement.
Slap him awake.
Criminal Law Entry 195, Special Civil Assault. You can be punished for abuse of authority.
Chill, we're in a dream. It's fine.
Well, at this rate, we won't get anything out of him. Wake up! Fine. Guess I'll just do what has to be done.
Jesus.
Iva, that's enough. You're violating Criminal Law Entry 195.
Can we back out of this? I wanted to take another look at the mirror. I guess not. Tell me about the HB case.
Ryuki, can you tell me what you know about the HB case?
Why do you keep making me remember? Damn it. I was so close to finally forgetting. Please, stop!
Iva?
Oh shit.
Iva, you okay?
Yeah, it just got really bright. What was that explosion?
That blue thing. Is it an eyeball?
Ryuki, do you know the culprit?
Oh. What the fuck?
What is this? Wait, it's a reverse sync.
What?
Ryuki's consciousness is flowing into your brain, Mizuki.
Huh. Wow, okay. I mean, I guess he is a sinker too, so it would make sense that he could.
Huh? This is...
Mr. Date's house.
Weird, what the fuck? Oh, okay, the keys. Yeah, I understand that. What that is now. Screwdriver on the floor? Is that not anything? Is that a picture of... Oh, it's the picture of Mizuki and her parents at the fairground from the... Yeah. So not... Hey, add a rabbit! From the pot as well! Oh, this game is going to be like half callbacks, isn't it? Inspect.
What is this? Soup?
Is that the soup that Date promised to make her? To make Mizuki in the first game?
The culprit's name.
Oh, I know? Oh, I don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, so we're going to have to come back here later in the game once we know the culprit. In. Oh, but that was a 6 and then a 4 in terms of like the words we could put in, and that's Kanami Date, maybe?
We've defended against Ryuki's consciousness.
So is everything okay?
It should be, but it is peculiar. Usually, the sinker goes into the subject's mind, but for some reason, the subject's consciousness was able to slip into your mind. But you should be fine now. We have blocked the route of intrusion. We are reconnecting to Ryuki's mind via another path.
That's good. But why did that happen?
Is it because we're syncing with another sinker, or... Is it something specific for him? Because of whatever stuff he's got going on. Also, the hidden ball's right there on his chair. Can't remember the name. Okay, so that's the branching path. Interesting that they put a potential end game branching path so close to the start of the game. That's really interesting. Closing on Ryuki. Mental lock was unlocked. You have completed the objective. Remember the case. There are still other mental locks in Somnium. With the new objective, closing on Ryuki, explore the area and unlock the rest of the mental locks. First things first, we're grabbing that eyeball.
It's the cathedral. Oh, so this is what you were talking about.
The cathedral?
Hey, is that rubble? It appears as though the collapse was halted halfway through.
Oh, cathedral. Is this maybe what happened to Date, or where it happened to?
I'm sorry.
Let's go.
Wait, Mizuki. You can only remain in Somnia for 6 minutes, 360 seconds. For some reason or another, the passage of time in the interrogation room was slower. But that is not the case now.
You need me to find the info within 6 minutes, right? I got it.
While I remain still, time almost stops. But time progresses when I am in motion.
That's the system that Peter came up with, right? I swear that Peter is like a tech god. Thank you, ex-con!
Oh, ex-con, so he's served his time now.
That's an interesting way to compliment someone.
Anyway, if you are stuck, simply stop moving and observe your surroundings. Look at the map and try to get a hold of the situation. Understood?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. Go ahead and check that don't display this message again box.
Love that function.
Okay, so now we're working with the timer. Cool. Cool. Right, let's grab the eyeball.
Oh?
Nice. 100 eyeballs for each of those. What is... Looks like an elevator.
What's this? We're surrounded.
The rubble turned into a hand. Ryuki's dream sure is creepy.
It's a bunch of hands.
Darn. We cannot get through. We need to find a way out of here.
Extinguish the flames?
It's a torch. It's on fire.
They haven't introduced the concept of timies yet, so let's not mess about and go for the thing that I think it is. Oh.
Wow.
I could do well as a street performer.
That looks fun. I'm gonna try that at home.
Please don't.
You were supposed to blow it out.
Blowing it out won't work.
Okay. Ryuki's dream is trapped by the shadows. Their shadows are...
Mizuki, I have obtained a key.
Oh, so this is something new. Okay.
A key is a new function that Pewter came up with. It uses an algorithm to clarify the rules of a Somnium world or the sync subject's psyche.
Right. Okay.
Tells you how the dream works?
Correct.
Damn, we can do that now? Pewter's legit.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
The key can help with unlocking mental locks and better understanding the subject. By searching more, the key will be updated and information accumulated.
So the more I search, the more hints I get.
Key is a clarification of the Somnium's rules. At the start of a sync it is hidden, but they open as you inspect things. Keys are crucial to reach the depths of Somnia. When stuck, try checking them. This is interesting, because in the first game, each Somnium had its own set of rules that you had to figure out. And I know some people kind of struggled with figuring out some of the Somnium's rules. So they've put a system in place to help clarify, so it's not as obfuscated, I guess. Oh, pardon me. And we can check them. Cool. So what was that one again? It was trapped by the shadows. The shadows are.
A brazier. I can interact with this for whatever reason.
Breathe out. Are we trying to get rid of the shadows?
Bigger or smaller?
Blowing on it didn't make it waver either.
Is this fire real?
The shadows are always missing a single aspect. They're the only two things I can interact with.
A brazier. It looks like a normal brazier.
Touch it.
No.
Please, come on. Just the tip.
If it's not real.
Okay then. Hot! Or not?
So it's fire that's not hot?
This fire must have shadow traits.
Shadow traits?
Different properties from the real world. For example, consider fire that is not hot. It is as though it is missing a property that it has in the real world. These shadows are usually heavily affected by the nature of dreams, so we might not extinguish this fire in the usual predictable fashion.
What if we set fire to it?
It's a torch.
Breathe in.
Then what?
The torch, duh.
What do you mean, duh?
Can we take that torch off the wall and set an already lit?
Sucking in with your nose.
I have never heard of such a thing.
You'll never know till you try.
Fine.
Ah! I had a feeling that wouldn't work.
Mizuki, you have 5 minutes left.
It's a torch.
Well, inspect is the only option we've got left.
It's a normal torch. I can feel the heat of the fire. There is nothing different.
Oh, I see.
It's a torch.
Okay, we've done everything we can with that one.
Brazier.
Breathe in.
If this brazier is a shadow, we can't extinguish it in the normal way.
Let's try something that doesn't normally extinguish fires.
All right, suck in really hard.
I do have amazing suction.
Really now? Iba?
Amazing suction. Bravo, marvelous.
Huh? Deja vu?
Looks like the shadow traits were the key after all.
That rubble there. Is that lower than before?
Do we have another time limit?
If we do, we cannot be wasting time. All right, let's chase after Ryuki. If you get lost, use the map.
He's right there. Like, he's right there. We can see him. How are we going to get lost? Boss Meow, hidden eyeballs in the dream world? There are always 5. What? Alright, I'm gonna... Okay. There's 5 hidden eyeballs. What the fuck? Unlit torch there.
You have 4 minutes remaining.
Talk 25 seconds.
Hey, Ryuki.
It's not my fault. Please forgive me. Forgive me. Damn it!
Oh, hello.
We're trapped in this space again.
But if we get rid of something with the shadow trait, maybe we can get out.
Ryuki is something. He is still holding on to something and something. It's the Evolver Brandy. And I can't interact with you. Let's check out the brandy.
Bottle of brandy.
Inspect.
It looks like a normal brandy bottle.
Is this Ryuki's favorite drink?
Yes. I've seen Ryuki drink this brand before. Ryuki was drinking right before the sink, which is probably why it showed up in his dream.
He's just a drunkard.
I do think Ryuki has a reliance on alcohol. Though it is all mental, it is not easy to overcome such an addiction. You don't have to sympathize with him, but you should at least understand.
I see. Oh, yay! I got a timey!
Hey,
You
timies.
know what a timey is, don't you?
I sure do.
It's like a useful item that changes the flow of time, right?
For the most part. Timey is a material capable of modifying the way the brain processes time. By using this, you can slow down or speed up time in the Somnium world.
I invented it!
You go, Pewter!
You cannot hold on to too many at a time, so be sure to use them as they come.
Okay, yeah. Timers can only be used to make selections and lessen the amount of time they're used. Hold up to 3 if you obtain one. When you have more than 3, the oldest one is discarded. Timers are depleted when used, so you should try and use them aggressively. So we got a thing that lets a 20-second one. Using timies. Use the shoulder buttons. Puke.
Why do you want me to puke?
Do
I
it.
thought it might help you remember when Ryuki puked.
I can try.
So, anything?
No. Though I am starting to taste something sour.
But you can taste sour?
Anyway, this is pointless. I do not want to keep trying.
Yuki is still holding on to his regrets and something. 1/3.
Brandy.
No.
3 minutes left. You can do this.
Revolver is
Ooh. Shoot Ryuki or shoot yourself? Shoot yourself.
Which method do you want to try? Inside the mouth, below the chin, or on the temple?
You don't have any second thoughts about this?
I do. But my job is to support you, Mizuki. Above all else, I believe in and obey your orders.
I see. Thanks. In that case, can you ignore my last command? What the? Iba! Iba!
It was a blank. My ears are ringing.
Jeez. Your nose and ears have been through a lot today, huh?
I have other holes.
Oh,
Fine.
What were you planning on using the other holes for?
It appears
Cool.
your command was the right thing to do. Good job, Mizuki. Well done.
Oh, yeah. Glad it worked.
Oh, he's suicidal.
Ryuki!
Damn it! Damn it! It's no use. Me dying isn't gonna fix anything!
Again with the explosion.
Are these feet?
I can't die yet. I'll carry this forever.
God damn it, dude. Stop running away. Remember. Get Ryuki. Ryuki is burned by what happened in the past. He is still holding onto his regrets and something.
Let's chase after Ryuki.
Okay, we've got a half-time timey. I'm still looking out for the eyeballs. Aside from that one super obvious one, we haven't seen any more yet.
Ah,
another one of these.
But now we know what to do. We need to find the thing with shadow traits and break it, right?
Yes, most likely. But it looks like we can only interact with Ryuki.
Retry. Go back to... Yeah, let you go back in case you spent too much time doing stuff. Let's see. Him lying down, him sitting, or him stood up. Ryuki B, Ryuki A, Ryuki C. Alright, let's start with C.
Hey, Ryuki.
I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I'm really sorry. I have to live with this for the rest of my life.
Right, what's the options for the other two?
Hey, Ryuki.
I can't forget about what I did. I have no future.
Jesus, dude, what happened to you 6 years ago?
Are you sure?
He's so down on himself. He looks like he needs a good punch.
I am not so sure about that. But okay.
It worked on him last time.
Get a hold of yourself!
Oh, that killed him.
But nothing changed.
Do I have to get rid of each of these?
Didn't do anything.
Destroy each of the... Because the first one had the option and is in denial. Because the first one had the option to kick him.
I'm sorry.
So is this destroying all of his doubts? Is there a violent option with this one as well?
Nothing wrong. I forgot it all. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my days.
That's denial. Agree with him, kick him. Yeah, okay, there's... So that's 20 seconds. I think kick him was 40 seconds.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's better to use it on that
Be
one.
negative consequences.
Kick him.
It's fine, just kick his ass.
That sounds awfully violent. I'll try it. Hi-ya!
And then he disappears.
That looked painful.
He disappeared, but nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing's changing. What a waste of a good kick.
We should inspect the other Ryukis.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, getting rid of his past...
You have less than 2 minutes left. Be careful.
Kick him.
Good timing. I was getting annoyed.
Oh, you seem enthusiastic about this.
Get a hold of yourself! Huh?
Oh.
Connect.
So that one's the shadow.
I did nothing wrong. I forgot it all.
Agree with him?
This Ryuki doesn't have a shadow. Something's weird about how positive he is.
Must be the shadow trait.
So we should do the opposite of what he wants.
Yes, the don't encourage the psychotic breakdown plan.
Ota would probably love the praise, but this is Ryuki, the honor student working.
Oh, don't bring Otto into this.
Ryuki, you're doing well. Just forget it all. You did nothing wrong. No one's going to resent you. Boss and everyone else accepts you. Just rest. Take some time off. Enjoy yourself.
No, that's not... Stop! It's all my fault! Which is why I needed to do something.
There we go.
Our plan worked.
No! No forgiveness! No mercy! Never! Never!
And the rocks have almost completely fallen out of the...
The fire. There's no going back.
What is Ryuki holding on to that's hurting him like this?
Even if you go above 360 seconds, the last correct selection will allow you to go over the... okay, yeah. Even if you run out of time, don't give it... Yeah, okay. As long as it's the very last thing that you do, you can go over the 160 timeline. But if you stay under it by at least 1 second, you obtain more eyeballs. Okay, there's no eyes hidden there. Hiccup, 38 seconds. I can't use timies on that.
Hey, this police ID is...
What? Ryuki!
That's...
I'm sorry. I didn't think this would happen.
You're gonna solve everything. Everything.
Blood.
Let's get out of here, Mizuki.
Hey. Cool. We got 30 eyeballs for that. Nice. I'll have to take a look at the shop. See if there's anything available for me to purchase. Dispossessed. Ryuki Chapter 0. Hey, I'm Ryuki now. Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to take a quick break here. Don't you think it's wonderful you're talking about it? Yes. Okay, before I go on break, let's see what this is.
Worried about work?
That's right.
Yes. No one at work sees your real potential.
No, I'm actually doing good at work.
Overtime's rough, huh?
I don't do overtime. But my work hours are too long.
That must be rough. If you press the question mark button,
Question mark button?
you can pass the time. Try it.
I see what they mean by passing the time. Get notification when a character asks a question. Sure? Turned eyeballies question notification on to get this notification in any scene. What? What is this? Oh, yeah, this is the Tamagotchi thing. Can you answer more questions so I can become an adulty? What weather do you like? I like it when it's rainy. Melancholy. Okay. Sure, okay. Evaluation. Let's take a look at this. Determination. That's just for clearing the chapter. Alright, yeah, I'm going to pop to the loo and make myself another drink. So I will be back momentarily. Won't be long. Okay, we're back. Right. Right then. File. How complete is this looking? We must have got a bunch of new stuff in there. Persons. Mizuki, Ryuki, Tama. Kojimi, Jin. Who is Jin? Oh, Dai. The victim. Also, that's cute with the photo. Boss, Iris, detective, and inspector. Persons in the present. Okay. Appendix. A whole bunch of them. Alright, Ryuki, now that you're awake and not wasted. Hey, the reflection matches my head movements. Cool. Two-way mirror. The pipe. The recording camera. Table. And Mizuki. Nothing to say about her. Okay. I want alcohol.
I'm not leaving until you give me answers, so quit messing around. You probably weren't listening to me at Brahmin, so I'll say it again.
No need. Tama told me earlier. Jin Furue's other half was found, but the body was alive until noon today. You wanna know how? It's simple. Jin's left half flew here. It flew through time from the world 6 years ago.
What are you talking about? Ryuki, I looked inside your mind.
I know. You synced with me, didn't you?
Who was that person?
That person?
The person who was reaching out to you at the end of the Somnium. Tell me, something happened 6 years ago that I don't know about. What was it?
You really want to know?
Yeah.
You could be putting yourself in danger.
I'm not afraid.
Fine. Then I'll tell you. But I'm sure there's no need to explain what happened on February 10th, 6 years ago.
Yeah, I was there, at the studio.
Alright, then I'll start from the part you don't know about. The day after the incident. February 11th.
And cut back to the past. Ryuki Chapter 1. Anyone Imagines. 6 years ago. Oh, boss's room. What the fuck? Hey, Date.
Mr. Date.
Why are you... Ah, it's weird. Right, cabinet. We are gonna examine everything in this room. Looks like a regular ball, but actually a prototype version of an AI ball. Apparently during the experimental stage, they used it to screw it forcefully into the eye socket. Jesus fuck. No, they couldn't just put it in normally. I can remember seeing a kappa there once. No, not really. Bags. With grid-shaped on a grid-shaped rack. Balloons, colourful balloons. Wine bottles. Shelves. Red lanterns. That often takes me to places with red lights like that. Potted plant. Seems difficult to water. I want to be a star employee. is what I was going to say, but I decided against it. Origami chain. A ribbon, just like a DNA spiral. Well, DNA is a double spiral, so it's not like DNA. AC, another ribbon, stars, more baggies, the chair, posters. Posters adds. What the hell is Game Beef Ball Great? Nonsensical poster. It's one of the Russian dolls.
This case is like a Matryoshka doll.
That sounds deep, but I don't think that has anything to do with this case.
Okay, Data, we'll ignore him for now. Broken clock.
You've been staring.
Oh, it's nothing.
Don't like broken clocks. Papers and magazines. Files, documents, Toshinji. Plastic figure. Police poster. Sober shop curtain. Christmas tree.
How long are you going to keep that here?
Until I get a new boyfriend.
Then it's gonna stay there forever.
Date, I'm assigning you to Venezuela.
Christmas tree. Coat hanger. The pennant. The right mask.
Boss's grandfather.
Don't fill his head with nonsense. That's not my grandfather. That's my grandfather's death mask.
Not any less weird.
And the left one. The map. Bath curtain.
Your heart rate is increasing. Don't tell me. You're imagining a woman's bathhouse, aren't you? Fantasizing about the shiny faucets.
Why would that part be my fantasy?
Boy band poster.
Some juicy gossip. I heard they got transferred to Lemniscate.
Okay.
Good for them.
Hey, I'm your superior, you know. You should all at least pretend you're interested.
Nah. The symbol.
I remember Mr. Date telling me, you like to hit that thing when you're feeling stressed out, right, boss?
Oh, no, I wouldn't do something so brutish. I just throw it against
Even worse.
The exercise bike. And the rubber tube. Boss's desk. Snowboard.
I haven't been on a board in a while. I wish I could go.
I think you've fallen your ass plenty already.
And the skis. Why does he not have Iba in? Why is he wearing an eye patch? Dad's machine. Bullseye. Bookshelf.
I found
The rug.
what that rug actually costs, by the way. Something like 500 million yen.
That's true. I confiscated it from a thief.
Are you allowed to do that?
Mario!
Did you know this doll can talk, Ryuki?
He's my childhood friend.
What are you talking about?
It's me, Mario.
Yeah!
He talks?
It's the easel, soccer ball.
When I see that ball, it reminds me of my boyfriend from high school.
Yeah, you seem like the type who'd be into that.
Okay, what about the volleyball? Nothing? Shogi King piece? Tanuki?
Reminds me of you, boss.
Which part?
I remember her saying some factoid about Tanukis that got spread around. That's probably what Mr. Date is talking about.
sucker for anything shiny or black.
What about cockroaches, boss? They're shiny and black.
Okay, I'm reducing your salary.
Coffee maker on the shelf. Okay, there was a trophy for examining everything in this room in the first game, so I want to make sure I get everything.
That RC goes pretty fast.
Oh? How fast does it go?
3 million kilometers per second.
The universe would collapse if that were true.
A sea car. A broom.
I'd like to smack your butt with that broom.
Why?
Was that everything? Pumpkins. Happy birthday. Seems to have been used at a birthday party long ago. That's all the balls. That's machine. Ah, is there nothing for examining everything this time round? Unless I've missed something. Which is very possible. What about the big key? And the door. Is this everything? I feel like I'm missing something. There's just so much stuff in this room. The phone. Nope. What about the mask on a tree? Nope. Oh, did I not get anything for that? Oh, that sucks. Oh, something was green there.
Wooden ponies are my favorites.
Yeah.
I did miss something. So have I missed anything else? Oh god, rescan the room for everything. Alright, enough of that. I don't think there's anything else. Date! Take a look at him. It's my senior agent, Date. Why are you here?
I thought you were on vacation.
Yeah, new labor laws. I'm supposed to be on break.
Then why are you here?
Well, why not? I was bored, so I thought I'd come play darts.
This is supposed to be a place of business. Could you not play around in here?
What? This room is full of things to play with.
About your face? Like, what's up with that?
Is there something on my face?
Well, the face you have now isn't your real face, is it? You got your old body back through the new Cyclops serial killings case, so...
Yeah. Explain this, please.
Well, I decided to have a custom mask made. Everyone knows me by this face. Besides, this one is, more popular with the ladies.
I don't think it makes much of a difference.
Shut up!
Oh, okay, that's the explanation. By the way, Jin Fuera didn't have a silicone mask on. I know because I x-rayed it. Okay. About the eye patch.
Looks cool, doesn't it? I'm wearing the patch because Iva ran away from home.
That's not the whole story, though, is it, Date? You tried to watch a VR video of bikini girls splitting water.
Can't do this anymore. I am done.
So Iva leapt out of Date's eye socket and ended up at my place.
So she's at your house right now?
No, she's working on a top secret mission.
What mission?
If I told you, it wouldn't be top secret.
Okay, so the explanation of why he looks like Saito is because he's wearing a mask because everyone knows him by his original face. Even though at the end of the game, the end of the last game, they came up with the explanation that he'd had plastic surgery. Okay, sure. How do you like your engine to be supplied air? Turbocharger. It's Rust Park in the paddy fields here. What? What is going on here? Sure. That's it. About Jin.
I saw the news last night. I talked to Boss earlier too, so I know the gist of what's going on. A corpse suddenly appeared in the middle of a live stream, right? For some reason, just the right half. Like it traveled through time and space.
Any advice?
Advice? I only give advice when I'm drinking. Shall we?
It's not even noon yet.
Who cares? I'm on vacation.
Well, I'm not.
Come on. My treat, as usual.
I've seen Mr. Date drunk several times before, but not once have I seen him open his wallet. Wow.
What? Drink with me.
Date, what the hell? Any actual advice?
There's a real cozy bar in Omiya I know about. I think you'll like it.
All the bartenders are sexy women, aren't they?
How did you know?
And why Omiya of all places?
You don't know? Saitama is hot right now.
It's warm at this time of year?
That's not what I meant.
Saitama is a province located north of Tokyo with a population of about 7 million. Omiya is the capital of Saitama. Has a stop for bullet trains and arenas where even Johnny's group performs. Johnny's group? I don't know what that is. There are tons of stores Date might like. It's a really fashionable city. Alright, Tama. What you doing?
What are you looking at, Ryuki?
I was just looking at the round pervert. No. That's not what I meant.
You can touch him if you want to.
No, you absolutely cannot.
Oh. I shouldn't stare, people get the wrong idea. Oh, why are you here?
Nice and soft. It feels kind of soothing being here.
Anything to promote office wellness.
What are you talking about?
Well then, you won't mind if I join you. I'm kidding.
Oh, computer! There was a fucking trophy for it! I completely missed what it said. Log. PC on the desk, kinda built with a mod. Okay, same shit. Yay, I'm glad I got that. Tama. About Tama. Her name is Tama. She's a kind of robot known as an AI ball. Right now, I suppose her gender is set to female. She's my left eye and also my partner. Most of my conversations with Tama are done in my mind. That goes for when she's in my eye socket and while she's out and about like this.
Tama, show me the news.
That's not how you ask for a favor, is it?
I beg of you, Lady Tama.
How about this?
Tama is connected to my brain through a wireless... whoops. That's how we're able to exchange information while Tama is out of my eye socket. Wait, Tama?
I said news, not nudes.
Okay, about the video linked in the QR code.
Wanna see it again?
I mean, it's real fucking weird.
No, thank you.
I saw the video last night and...
What is it, Ryuki?
The QR code on that sign was shown during the live stream too.
Yeah, quite clearly.
That means it was seen by people around the world.
They say the ViewCube video and the link got several million views.
The account is already deleted, but you know how it is. People uploaded copies to other sites almost immediately.
That means the actual number of people who saw it is several times greater.
Anything strange happened since?
What do you mean?
Maybe a bunch of people being sent to the hospital after seeing the video or something.
No, I haven't heard any reports like that so far.
I see.
Like I said, the uploader of the original video is unknown.
It seems like a pretty solid fucking lead to investigate. Because the moment you put a video up like that, it's got to be like a digital trail that you can try and follow. What are you looking at?
I see a stupid-looking man's face. Like this.
Nice. This is how I appear in Tama's vision. You can do it!
I'll try.
You'll try? What the hell is that? Why don't you say it like you mean it, asshole? It's your duty to solve this case. This is why you're here, isn't it?
Jesus, Tama, like, calm the fuck down. You seem tired.
Don't worry, I'm fine.
You're trying to convince yourself, aren't you? Poor Ryuki, you're exhausted.
How are you?
It's all right now, because I am here! Half might, half for all, we are full-time heroes!
Ryuki?
You feeling okay?
Maybe we should have a doctor take a look at you.
Aw. We can't have Tama look at Mario. Close the site.
You can close it.
Anything else for... Oh no, that's just gonna let me do the thing again. Right, boss. How late were you out drinking last night?
What? You went to a host club in Kabukicho after the investigation, didn't you?
Who would do such a thing?
I mean, you usually do that.
I went straight home last night.
Uh-huh.
Can't be out drinking every night. My kid would never let me hear the end of it.
I'm sorry, your kid?
Yeah, I don't believe you have a kid.
Girl. At least, I think she's a little girl. I didn't spot any dangly bits, so unless she says otherwise.
I had no idea you had a daughter, boss.
Neither did I.
I didn't know either. Why'd you keep that a secret all this time?
It wasn't a secret. No one asked.
Is that real, or is she just lying for a joke? This is quite the incident.
Yeah, the entire country's been talking about it all day.
Not just Japan, but the whole world. A body sliced in half suddenly appeared in the middle of a broadcast, and then there was that weird QR code too. I'd be surprised if it didn't go viral.
But how strange. There was a blackout before the corpse appeared, right? So why didn't the stream get cut off?
Oh yeah, huh. I didn't even think of that. Any leads?
It hasn't even been half a day. No new info for you yet. Jin's left half hasn't been found yet either.
Why did his right half burst into flames like that?
Yes, please explain.
Still looking into it. But I was told they haven't recovered any mechanical or electrical pieces.
We didn't notice one when we x-rayed him either.
Do you think it could have been spontaneous combustion?
Who knows?
Okay then. Tama and I will continue the investigation.
Where are we starting?
Before you go, there's one thing I want you to be careful about. Abyss is having issues with the communication network right now.
Right.
Any data obtained by your AI ball can't be uploaded to the cloud.
Yeah, I can't do any backups right now. I can only save data inside my body's storage.
So we'll be in big trouble if you break.
Yes, any data saved from today on will be lost.
Right, okay. So we know something bad's gonna go down. Some kind of explosion. Which supposedly killed Date, destroyed Mizuki's eye, and blew up Iba's body. I'm assuming Tama's body's going to get destroyed as well, and it's going to leave just Ryuki knowing what actually went down. But because his head's so scrambled, he can't properly remember in the future, is my guess.
Understood. We'll be careful.
So, where do you plan on going first?
I thought we'd start by asking around for more info. I haven't been able to talk to the people who were at the scene much yet.
Mizuki, Iris, Moma, Chenpei, and Andy's Komeiji, the host.
Do you have their locations?
Yes, I've obtained each of their locations through the GPS on their smartphones. First, Mizuki is at a place called Matsushita Diner.
Fuck. Oh, we're gonna go see Ota. Fucking damn it.
Makes sense. She's a student there after all.
Moma and Chenpei are at the Kumakura office.
Makes sense.
The Dragon and Lanterns place.
And finally, Komeiji. He seems to be on the rooftop amusement park at Nisatan.
Nisatan? That department store in Shinjuku?
Do you want to ride along for the investigation, Mr. Date?
I'm not gonna work on my day off. I'm not that bored.
Bored enough to come here.
there are many types of boredom, this is different.
Well, Ryuki, I'm counting on you.
Right. Leave it to me.
Tama, you take care of Ryuki, okay?
Always.
Okay. Tama, do you have some kind of like self-sterilization thing before you like pop yourself into Ryuki's eye socket? Because, yeah. Okay. Alright, let's get Ota out of the way. I was hoping he wouldn't come back, but considering how many other characters are back. Ooh. That's a fucking swanky ass car. Is that a limo? Who are you? Oh, 2 new characters. Hello. Because we saw both of those characters in the
Talked my jaw off yesterday.
intro thing.
That was with the local detective, right? I haven't heard anything yet.
Big sis, perhaps you should help them?
Big sis?
Ah, that's just what I call Mizuki.
Ah, and you're...
My name is Kizuna. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi, I'm from the Metropolitan Police Department.
Ryuki, right? You were on that quiz show last night.
Kizuna, new character. Okay. And man in background with very distinct character design. So both of the... him and her were both in the sort of like intro video thing. So we've seen them before, but not... don't know anything about who they are. Clock. We'll come back to him. Also, I guess the diner's open again now then.
A lot of dates on that calendar. Why not go on a date with me?
No thanks.
Because it was shut down before because of the chemical plant disaster, but I guess... if this is a couple of months later, I guess the zone's been given the all clear now because it's been enough time. So I guess the diner's business is...
Salt, pepper, spices, and...
It says Ota's black sauce.
Yeah, try to think what's in that.
Wow, it's stuffed so tight.
Why did you say it like that?
Tammy, you need to calm the fuck down. Window, the lucky cat.
What are you doing?
Haven't you heard? If you meow at a lucky cat statue, happiness will come your way.
I see.
Wasn't that a lie that Data came up with in the first game? A fortune. Posters.
You like Ryuki?
No.
I'll sell you that poster for 1,000 yen.
No, thank you.
Strips of paper with the menu written on them.
Chef's choice salad.
I guess it's up to luck.
Swinging door, refrigerator. Hey, the photo of his parents. All the autographs. I thought that one might have had some dialogue to it, but I guess not. Video case.
If you wanted to change the light bulbs or something, you can stack the cases there and stand on top of them.
No, thank you. I have absolutely no desire to do
Good on you, girl. Also still being a fucking creep.
Jellyfish!
It's a stool.
The bookshelf with the Odoroki Man stickers on the side.
Mr. Ryuki, there's a video of Tessa playing Muleku. Wanna watch?
Maybe later.
Yoku? What the fuck is that?
You want me to smack your butt, Kit, Ryuki?
No.
Tama's a lot hornier than Iba is. Let's start with... what is that? Oh, it's the phone. Cordless phone. Let's start with the dude in the corner because I don't think we're going to get anything of import from him. Customer, I guess? Excuse me.
Maybe you shouldn't talk to that guy. He seems pretty drunk.
He's drinking non-alcoholic beer. What do you want?
I was not aware you could get drunk from non-alcoholic beverages.
How are you?
All right now, because I am here.
Huh.
Young boy.
How far back does the log go? Because I want to take a look at something. Ah, not far enough. Is it every time he asks, "How are you?" to somebody, he does the weird, like, half hero thing, whatever that is, half might?
Pardon me, but may I ask your name?
No response. Seems depressed. Okay. Leave him as is. I assume Mizuki's going to be progress, so let's talk to Ota first. Your name?
Mr. Ota Matsushita.
Oh, you heard of me? Did you talk to Date or something?
Yeah, something like that.
He's linked to the new Cyclops serial killings. That's how I know his name and age.
24. 1 year older than you, Ryuki.
Yeah, that's why I'm being polite.
Does anyone else work here?
Ota handles the cooking, serving, and accounting all by himself.
That's right.
Tama, are there any legal issues with this?
Not at all. His mother, Mayumi Matsushita, holds the proper certification for food hygiene.
How is she?
Mr. Matsushita, can I ask where your mother is?
Probably in the living room back there. I guess she's sitting at the kotatsu watching TV or something.
Matsushita Diner was closed for a long time. It recently reopened. They get decent customer traffic and make a pretty good amount of money. Cool. So they're doing alright. How is your mum? Because it's been 6 years and she had dementia, so... You have a girlfriend?
That came out of nowhere. Of course I have one. You met her yesterday, right? Tessa. A girl named Iris Sagan.
Oh, fuck off, like you're dating her.
Ota, do you want me to rip your tongue out?
Oh, well, as long as we're on the subject.
Oh no, it's only been 6 months, hasn't it?
One kizzy?
Not 6 months. It's only been a couple of months since the end of the last game, so yeah. Okay. We haven't seen what Ota's up to in the future yet. Okay.
Oh, me? Such relations with gentlemen are completely foreign to me.
Are you into babyface guys that know how to...
No shame.
So you know that you have a baby face?
So stereotypical that I am embarrassed to admit it. Someone like Prince Charming.
A prince?
I yearn to be a princess. I hope my Prince Charming will appear before me with a glass slipper someday. That's my dream.
Glass slipper?
Ota? Who is that?
Well, he's a customer. He comes by a lot.
Well, in any case, I have a great affinity for shoes. My admiration of Princess Cinderella partially comes from that, I'm sure.
I appreciate your love of shoes.
Glass slippers. Isn't that so magical? How lovely it would be to dance in them.
Would it be hard to dance in glass slippers?
Oh, they break immediately.
That That is true.
And cut your feet to fuck. Right, we're just... Sorry, one moment. We're just gonna have a... What do you think of eyeballs? Pretty. Happy. I've become a childie. Tell me more-y. We didn't finish with Aussie yet, did we? About the incident last night.
That was crazy. I said it before, but I was watching that stream live. I heard Tessa and Mizuki were gonna be on that show, right? Then that body appeared out of nowhere. Man, I couldn't believe what I saw. Speaking of crazy, that ViewCube video.
You saw it?
No, not the whole thing. Too scary. I saw the one before, though.
The one before?
The one before?
No. I think it was about half a year ago. A video similar to that one went viral. Everyone was talking about it online.
Tell me more.
I know of that one as well. The mysterious video known as Bats 490, correct?
Yup. There was some kind of code hidden in it, too.
According to the rumors, whoever deciphers it will learn the secret of the world.
Secret of the world? Did a grade schooler come up with that or something?
You're a grade schooler yourself, by the way.
I'm now going to search on YouTube for Bats 490 just to see if... Is it 490 or 390? 490. Oh, it's a bunch of music videos? I don't know. Right, about Bats 490.
The video starts with a bunch of bats flying around. Guess that's where the bats part comes from. I don't know what the 490 means, though.
Were you able to decode it?
No way. I had no idea what it meant.
Well, it's not like solving it would have been a big deal. I'll bet that secret of the world stuff is bogus anyway.
Don't ruin the fantasy, Mizuki.
I'm just telling it like it is. It's just an ARG. It's a game for kids.
ARG means alternate reality game. The game master releases mysterious information to the public via the internet, leaflets, posters, stuff like that. Players decode the information to discover a location or objective that moves the game forward. Simply put, an ARG is a fusion of games and real life.
The goal of an ARG varies. If someone beats it, they might get a prize, but most times it's just a prank. Oftentimes the main objective is simply to solve the mystery. Sometimes they're even used as a marketing tool. ARG are progressed by an undefined number of players working together, mainly online. Due to this, it has a high potential to spread fast. It makes a very helpful when marketing content. Yes, multiple games have done ARG stuff to promote their shit. Right, Kazuna. Who the hell are you? Why do you call Mizuki Big Sis?
This is a bit difficult to explain. I just sensed a certain elegance to Mizuki that was characteristic of an older sister.
Is that a compliment?
Tama, how old is Kizuna?
18, same as Iris. They're in their third year, so they're graduating soon. In other words, Mizuki is a whole 6 years younger than Kizuna.
Are you a student of Sekiba High?
I am indeed. How did you know?
Your uniform?
Don't tell me you're a uniform buff, Ryuki. I didn't take you for a pervert.
Kizzy is good friends with Iris and Mame too. Oh, you don't know about Mame, do you?
Mame.
Amame Doi's her full name. She attends Sekiba High like Kizzy and Iris.
Iris and Mame belong to the same dance club as I. It was through them that I was introduced to Big Sis.
You like dancing, huh?
Yes, I most certainly do. However, I am not very good at it.
That's not true. You've even won a dancing competition before.
That was nothing more than a fluke. Iris is a far better dancer.
About the incident last night.
I was watching that quiz show live as well. Then, goodness, I couldn't believe it. That corpse suddenly appeared on the screen. I couldn't sleep last night from the shock of it all. I was worried about Big Sis and Iris as well.
Yeah, you called me a bunch, I remember.
You witnessed the corpse with your own eyes, did you not? Are you certain you're okay?
I'm totally fine.
Your mental fortitude is admirable.
I've been through a lot is all.
Yeah. In very recent history for you as well. Okay. Alright, Mizuki. Yeah, shouldn't you be in school?
Today is February 11th, National Foundation Day.
Oh yeah, it is. So why are you here?
Why else? To eat some of Ota's cooking. I brought my friend Kizzy with me.
And I appreciate your business.
Why were you on the show last night? Yeah, that's actually a good choice.
To appear on the show. So she was asked to bring another talent from Lemniscate, but no one could make it, so I decided to go instead. As the president of Lemniscate, I couldn't just turn it down.
Yeah, she's the president now, isn't she?
Aren't you 12?
It's a long story. I ended up taking over the company after Daddy.
I saw Date earlier.
Huh. And?
I mean, Mr. Date is like your foster father, so I thought I'd let you know just in case.
Foster father? I'm the one taking care of him. I'm paying the rent and utility bills too.
Oh,
I know of Mr. Date as well. He is quite close with Iris, so I have the honor of being on friendly terms with him as well.
Any clues?
Sorry, but I don't know anything. I just went on the show like Iris asked, and then a body showed up out of nowhere. I've heard about Jin Furue, but it's not like I knew him personally. Sorry, I can't really help.
Nah, that's cool. I didn't really think she'd have much info anywhere.
Hey, Kizzy, I want to see you dance.
Where did this come from?
I want to see too.
Don't you want to
Ota, God fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to see this.
Then I'll play some music. Just a sec.
Oh, it's gonna be the fucking Iris song, isn't it?
I have not agreed to anything yet.
Oh, it is. It's gonna be the song. Oh, new song?
On my way to the station.
Yeah, it is a new song.
Out my frustration, and now I'm taking heat in the classroom. Oh well, I'll eat some donuts in the bathroom. Now I hear my friend got herself a boyfriend. They're going out for barbecue on the weekend.
This is going to be the finale, isn't it? The final shot of the game where everyone's dancing to this song instead.
Oh my Prince Charming, where can I find you? How do I remind you of the dream we share? But dreams are just for dreamers, lonely hearts and schemers. I've got to break the chains of fate on my own. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
I like a bag. It's like a heart shape, but it's actually like the heart organ. Oh, is he falling in love? God damn it. Also, that last line was another allusion to half of something. I think there's probably going to be a lot of that throughout the game. They do like to, like... Oh my god.
You're Kizuna, aren't you? I heard you introducing yourself earlier. My name's Lian Twining, and I'm 22 years old.
You're 22?
My mother's American, and my mother's Japanese. So, Kizuna, I want you to marry me.
Wow, he really did fall in love. Holy shit. Oh, okay, we get to interject in this. You guys got anything to say about this? Nope. Oh god. He looks completely out of it. Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. My heart feels like a jackhammer, like it's gonna burst out of my chest any second.
Why are you here?
Actually, I got fired yesterday. I didn't feel like doing anything after I woke up this morning. I came here so I could drink my problems away.
Oh, great.
You were drinking non-alcoholic beer. I can still get drunk off of them, okay?
What job did you get fired from?
I was a bank clerk.
Really?
Were you really?
I don't like talking about it, but I was a janitor.
That's more like it.
I think that is a noble job.
You're so right!
But unfortunately, my job was taken from me. And I have zero motivation to do anything now.
Wow, yeah, you're really selling yourself on a potential marriage partner, dude.
Just like people who don't work hard.
All right. I'm hitting up the employment office tomorrow.
This guy has a rather one-track mind.
He doesn't seem all that bad, though.
I mean, you're joking about the whole marriage thing, right?
Of course this isn't a joke. Kizuna's dance purified my heart.
Oh, fuck's sake, dude.
So much darkness building inside me, but she cleared it all away. It felt like I went straight to heaven. I've always wanted to be a pilot since I was little. It was my dream to fly through the sky. Kizuna made that dream come true for me. Seeing her dance, it was like my soul pierced the heavens and flew into the stars. So, I've decided. I'm gonna marry her. Marry me, Kizuna?
No. Yeah, there we go. Quick, Ota, sell him some more non-alcoholic beer to...
No, thank you.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that either.
No, thank you.
Eventually, Kizuna. My motto is, if at first you don't succeed, try and fail again!
I think you mean try again.
Fuck's sake, dude.
Now, we haven't obtained much useful information. There's no point in staying here for too long.
Now I want to see how this plays out.
Let's go somewhere else.
No, I want to see how this plays out. Oh, okay. See Iris, Kumakuras. Let's go see the Kumakuras. Just checking with Moma and the other dude. Oh, I was going to say they're both there, but that was...
You got a problem with that?
No, but...
I told you, he got out. He's making an honest living as a civilian these days. Ain't that right?
That's right, boss.
Stop calling me that. You're not a member of the gang anymore.
Alright, what about the other dude? Oh, Skinny Dude's not here. He's probably with his wife. Lockers.
Do, re, mi, so fa.
Oh, fuck's sake, that was dumb. That was a dumb joke.
I've been flattened.
Did you just hear something?
No, nothing.
Oh, just so you know, that thing's fake. It's not a real tiger.
Sure.
An ashtray in this day and age? How anachronistic is this place? It's like a Yakuza den in here.
That's exactly...
Yeah. Piece of general principles written on it. No dating apps allowed. Month's plans are laid out on the whiteboard. 24th goal. How to go viral on... What was that? Kicktop? Kicktop workshop. So that's supposed to be TikTok.
A dragon with a gold ball. Kind of like us, Ryuki.
You're not made of gold, though.
I see they fixed this one as well.
There are a lot of lanterns
MoMA hung them up.
Wait, who's hung? Who?
Huh? MoMA?
Moma's hung, huh?
Oh, God damn it, Tama.
Not what I said.
Family altar. Crest. Wait, where's that PC? There it is.
I hacked into it. There are a ton of videos of salmon laying eggs in there.
What?
I don't think that's a problem. We all have our own interests.
Oh, why would you have? Oh, you don't. I don't want to know. Alright, Jinpei. Former member of the Kumakuras. Why you left the group?
My girl has a baby on the way right now. So we decided to get married. But her parents wouldn't approve of it. Said they wouldn't let me have their daughter unless I got out of the business. I agonized over the decision. So much that I could only eat 2 slices of pizza. But a man has to do what a man has to do, right?
Right.
I made up my mind to talk to the boss about it. But before I could...
Oh, I get it. Then I'll try asking him for you.
And MoMA listened to Iris.
What? I didn't have any ulterior motives, so don't get it twisted.
He totally had ulterior motives. Why did you become director for the show?
I actually used to attend a vocational school to learn about film. I wanted to be a porn star. I used the connections I got there to reach out to a production company for online shows. And I was promoted to director right away.
Huh.
Supposedly, the last director ran away, so they really needed me to take his place.
He ran away? What? Why was the director one of the contestants? Yeah.
We didn't have enough people. The quiz show needed 3 teams of 2 to answer questions. We tried hard, but couldn't get together that last team. I had no choice but to participate myself, so I invited the boss to go with me.
Right, that explains why you were both there then.
Participate?
Well, you know, it was a request from one of my precious underlings after all.
Right, because Tessa was there.
I convinced him by saying Tessa would be there too.
Yeah, okay.
He agreed right away.
So straightforward, MoMA. Right, why did you come back after leaving the group?
I came to say thanks to the boss for yesterday. I was thinking of going to Akiba. This place is on the way.
Why Akiba?
Well, I need to stop by a maid cafe.
Maid cafe?
Yeah, it's called Sunfish Pocket.
Hey.
My friend works there.
Oh, are you dating the blue-haired mermaid girl? About the case?
Sorry, but I haven't found anything that might be a lead.
What about the rest of the staff?
They'll probably tell you the same thing.
The detectives from HQ have already questioned the rest of the staff. Your report is uploaded on the database. 0 clues. There isn't any information that could help us at all.
Okay, what about the other contestants? That show was supposed to run for 6 hours straight from 6 to midnight. But it wasn't the same contestants the whole time. They were supposed to swap out every hour. Our appearance was slated for 9 p.m.
Wouldn't know anything about the others. I already turned in the list of contestants to the cops. Why don't you try hitting them up one by one?
The other detectives already took care of that a while back. No clues there either. There haven't been any reports of suspicious individuals.
Alright, thanks, Chimper. MoMA, why were you on the show last night?
Just say so earlier.
Nice.
What it is.
That's cool. You have the option to ask them both, and okay. Why did his resignation go so smoothly, as if we don't already know?
Yeah, I didn't take his finger or anything. We're not doing any of that outdated cutting off your finger deal.
After all, the Kumakuras are a gang with morals.
Sounds like an oxymoron. Like a vegan zombie.
Had nothing to do with Iris asking you about the case.
I'm pissed about the case too. That co-appearance was like a dream come true. The whole show was ruined. I'd love to get my hands on the bastard responsible.
A dream come true?
The Boss and Tessa got to...
Shut it!
They got to be on a stream together.
I'd love to help you with your investigation and all.
But you got nothing.
Unfortunately, I don't have any info that might be useful to you.
Do you have any leads at all?
I don't know what to tell you.
Did you see any suspicious people hanging around the studio, for example?
Suspicious people? I guess the only one who comes to mind is Kameji.
Kameji? You mean...
Yeah, Andy's Kameji, the host. Supposedly he has connection to the Yakuza. I'm not talking about our group, of course. It's just something I heard at a meeting with the street bosses.
Why is his head a cube?
Dangerous transactions. Though that might not have anything to do with last night.
Well, that's worth checking anyway.
Kameji has connections with the Yakuza? Could it be true?
Let's figure that out later. You need to gather intel for now.
Got it. Then let's go somewhere else.
Alright, thanks guys. It's been good. Oh, oops. Menu. What rank do you like? Lightweight. Cool. Nice to check in with you. Right, let's go to the school, talk to Iris. We'll leave the host till last, just in case we get any more info about him. Sekiba, hi. New location, not from the first game. Hey, it's the Mermaid Girl.
Iris, how are you feeling? Still upset about last night?
I'm okay. I recover pretty quick from these things. See? I'm bouncing right back. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy bunny!
Ryuki, would you mind hitting her with a German?
Later. By the way, you're...
That's Mame. She's one of my best friends.
Nice to meet you. My name is Amame Doi. I'm a third year at Sekiba High, and I'm in the same dance club as Iris.
Yes, the third girl that got mentioned.
Ryuki, I think we should leave.
Hold on. So you're the one I heard about. Mizuki and Kizuna told me
Yeah.
about you earlier.
Huh. You just pictured me in a leotard, didn't you?
No?
Oh, it's a pervert! Somebody call the police!
I am the police.
Oh, come to think of it, you were on the quiz show last night, weren't you? Your name started with an R, I think.
Yeah.
Mr. Taro, was it?
Ryuki!
I see. Mr. Ryuki Rarotaro.
Anyway, right. Let's look around the classroom. This is a new location, so blackboard.
So it's not like I don't understand why you'd want to stroke that chair. This is an all-girls school, so obviously there are only female students. So it's not like I don't understand why you'd want to stroke that chair, but...
I do not.
Okay. The window. Monitor.
Oh, Mr. Teacher, I'll do anything to get an A.
First off, that's inappropriate. Second, it could be a female teacher.
I can get into that too.
Alright, Tammy, we need to put you in horny jail, because fucking hell. Is there nothing else to look at? Or is it just... nothing on the walls? No. No, I guess not. Alright. Sure, let's start with you. Why is the... oh, fuck's sake, the goddamn x-ray. Are we gonna get the fucking bones? Like, damn, there's some good fucking bones again.
Whoa! Mommy turned into a skeleton!
It's an X-ray.
What is the deal with fucking X-raying her?
Anyway, the girl does have some nice femurs. I'd love to get inside those for a taste of the marrow.
Oh, what the fuck?
What is wrong with you?
Okay. I think there was a trophy in the last game for X-raying her like a bunch of times. Okay, what's your career path gonna be after graduation?
I'd say I'm a part-timer. It's just me and my mom back home, so money's tight. I don't have time to go to college or a specialty school.
But Mommy is so smart! She always has the best grades, even though she doesn't go to class much.
I've been busy with my part-time job and dance practice.
Where do you work?
I work as a mermaid at a gaudy maid cafe called Sunfish Pocket. Mermaids are what they call the maids that work there.
They wear these cute mermaid outfits as they serve the customers? I know because I used to work at Sunfish Pocket a long time ago. Mommy works there at night after dance practice.
How late do you work?
Don't tell anyone, but until about 11.
Even when you were 17.
Yes, ever since I was 16.
That's a violation of...
Yeah, I was gonna say that's gotta be breaking some kind of law.
Though it would be the employer who would be penalized.
Which would be Mizuki, I guess?
You're about my age. So according to my profile, I'm 20 years old right now.
Labour Standard Laws Article 61 declares that you cannot employ anyone younger than 18 from 10 PM to 5 AM. Renju owned Sunfish Pocket, so does ownership not default to Mizuki? Like Lemniscate did?
That's a bit...
Sorry, I'm sorry. Please don't arrest me. My family's poor, so I need to keep working.
Yeah, let me see them bones. About the incident last night.
I know about the incident. I was watching the live stream of that quiz show.
About Jin.
I don't think there's anyone from our generation that doesn't know who he is. He's famous for having a sharp tongue. He used to write a bunch of completely lame articles and critiques online. He used to start up stupid internet drama crap on Twitter, too.
Mommy has a pretty sharp tongue herself.
His main job was being the CEO of Music Food. I guess that's like the president of the company? I think I read an article online that said he started the business when he was 22.
But his history before then is shrouded in mystery, and no one knows anything about his childhood, right?
Yeah, he was a pretty mysterious figure.
I was going to say, is he supposed to be partly based on Elon Musk, but this is a Japanese game, so why would it be? Oh, sorry, I need to sneeze. Oh, no, it's not coming. Right, Food Music is a subscription music service. It mainly focuses on Japanese music, so it's not widely known service worldwide. But they do have 10 million subscribers, so I'm sure they make a good profit. Cool. Alright, Iris, I'm gonna guess you're not gonna give me much. Why were you on the show last night?
Mizuki didn't tell you?
She did, but I want to double check, just in case.
The agency I belong to, Lemniscate, received a request for me to appear. They wanted me and one more person to participate as a pair, but we couldn't find anyone with an opening in their schedule. And that's why Mizuki ended up going instead.
Okay, is class over?
You know, today is February 11th, National Foundation Day.
Oh, right. Then why are you at school?
In your uniforms as well?
I just felt compelled.
Uh-huh.
I'll wear this uniform and attend this school for about another month or so.
So I invited Mame, and we just kind of ended up here.
Iris and Amame are third years. They'll be graduating soon.
Okay. German suplex?
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack. I boiled a potato and my socks in a sack.
Mr. Ryuki.
Are you okay?
What? Listen to his weird song, no idea where he got that from. The song Ryuki was just singing was called German Soup Stocks, I think. Okay. About the incident last night.
Sorry, I don't know anything about it. It did feel like some sort of paranormal phenomenon, though.
Paranormal?
Like I mentioned last night, maybe that body teleported here from some other world. The other half could have been absorbed into some other dimension, and that split the body in two.
Speaking of which, there are rumors that people who watched that video and disappeared could have also been swallowed into another dimension.
What? Whoa. Disappeared? Whoa. What do you mean disappeared? Oh, is this about being swallowed into another dimension?
QR code video. A similar video went viral about half a year ago.
The Bats 490 video. Supposedly people who saw it suddenly vanished.
That's 490. Kizuna mentioned the same thing.
So, they say those who went missing were taken into another dimension.
Did you also see the video?
So did I.
But you two haven't disappeared.
That's because we haven't decoded it.
There's a code hidden inside Bats 490.
They say the code reveals a specific location.
You have to go there to get taken into another dimension.
And the people who decrypted the code all said the same thing before vanishing.
I've learned the secret of the world.
But no one knows what that secret is.
Okay. Oh, what the fuck?
Yanni, I told you to wait for me at the gate, didn't I?
Yeah, but I got here a bit early.
His name is Gen Ishii.
He does not sound like how I thought he would.
Owner of the fusion restaurant Ramen in Golden Yokocho. Though, I'm sure you already know that.
Yeah, I've been there many times. But why is Gen here?
Ah, if it isn't Mr. Ryuki.
Hey.
Here to investigate that case by any chance?
Sure am.
I was talking to Iris about it.
I also watched the quiz show last night. Several people I know were on it.
Alright, kid, why are you here?
I drove here to pick up Amame and Iris. I need them to help out at work tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry, Genny. Something came up.
Oh, I see.
Something?
I can still help.
That'd be great.
You two are close with Gen, huh?
Yeah, you're just a big ol' happy threesome.
That was a weird way to phrase it.
Yeah.
Amame visited Brahman a lot, even back when it was in Yotsuya.
Once it moved to Golden Yokocho, I took Iris there.
You've been to Brahman too, Mr. Ryuki?
Of course. I've been there several times. Mr. Date took me there.
Mr. Date? So you must know Mr. Date too, Genny.
I've known him for a long time. We're so close, we've seen each other's buttholes.
I'm sorry, what?
Small world.
Is she really going to ignore the butt part?
I guess she is. Were you able to get in this? To get in easily?
Are you asking because I'm wearing this mask?
Yeah.
Fine. The security for this school is practically non-existent.
Hey.
There are tons of places on the grounds without any fences or security cameras.
Walk in through the front gate?
I couldn't have, dressed like this. A guard would have stopped me.
That's kind of worrying. He would scare people if he took it off. I haven't seen him without his mask myself, but that's what he said. Supposedly it's something he was born with. He's been called monsters when he was a kid. Okay. I'd like to try Mr. Genny's cookie.
Welcome to visit anytime.
Genny's cooking is amazing.
Everything he makes is so good. My tongue could fall right off. Personally, I think his place and Matsushita Diner are competing for the #1 spot.
Come on now, don't compare my restaurant with a place like that. The cooking there was superb when Takuro was still the man behind the chef's knife. But now it's his son Ota running things. He doesn't know the first thing about cooking. His dishes are missing an important condiment.
Love.
Well, I think we got enough info here
Okay.
for now. Ryuki, wanna get going?
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out. Right. department store. What is she up to tonight? I feel like that's going to be important. The department store.
Shoma, my little boy, he's in elementary school. One day I wake up, go to the bathroom mirror, and I have writing on my forehead. It must have been Shoma. He had been learning letters in school recently. Anyway, he writes, Death Tub. And I'm thinking,
Butthead. Backwards.
is he trying to tell me something? Then Shoma saw my face and started busting out laughing. And I was thinking, what's so funny? That's when I realized, when you see Death Tub in the mirror, God of Energy, Inti, Pachaka Max!
Tough crowd, huh?
Another story about Shoma.
Oh.
One day I got a call from school and a rather heavy-set vice principal told me, Your Shoma called me a pig of all things! I apologized, then gave Shoma a talking to. Listen here, Shoma. Don't you ever call the vice principal that again. He said, Okay, I won't call the vice principal a pig anymore, but it's okay if I call a pig vice principal, right? I say, sure, why not? So then as the kid is leaving, he says, I'm sorry, can I go play with my friends now, vice principal? God of Energy, Inti, Chaka Max!
Please let that be the last joke.
Are you finished?
Well, you're the only one here. You're
Wow.
Mr. Ryuki from the Metropolitan Police Department, right? You came here to talk about what happened?
Yes.
Then let's go somewhere else to talk. You prefer someplace quieter, right?
Sure. That's a very fully fleshed out location. I'm sure we'll be back there soon enough. Oh. Fuck's sake. Okay. I thought we were going to go to like an office back room.
Alone with a middle-aged man in an enclosed space? This is not what I had in mind.
If I just wait long enough, are we going to do like a full loop of this?
Look, the ants are like people.
It's the other way around. Wait, the other way around doesn't sound right either.
I can't click on anything that's outside of... Okay. Alright. Yeah. Why did you host... You know what? Before we get to that, why a Ferris wheel?
I love Ferris wheels. I like anything that continuously spins around, actually. Plane propellers, washing machines, the beds at love hotels.
There used to be rotating beds at love hotels a long time ago.
How do you know that?
Just like life, isn't it? With its ups and downs. We rotate around the same places over and over.
Well, the beds at love hotels don't go up and down, though. Although, I guess they do, in a way.
My boy is just like me, you know?
Shoma? You mentioned him on stage earlier.
Yes, he really loves this Ferris wheel too. He's almost in middle school and he still comes here by himself all the time. He talks like he's all grown up, but he's still a kid inside.
With your love of Ferris wheels, I'd say you're still a kid on the inside too.
You got a point there. You're probably right.
Right, sure. About your son.
He's right in the middle of his rebellious stage, so he's been a handful. His mother hasn't been around for about 3 years now.
Was it a divorce?
Yeah. She got sick of me and left the house.
Does this have to do with the Yakuza by any chance?
Ooh.
What? Where in the world did that come from?
Just something I heard. That you have gang connections.
That's complete nonsense. I'm just an ordinary comedian.
Well, even if it was true, he wouldn't just admit it.
Why did you host the quiz?
You know I'm a comedian now, but when I was in my early 20s, I was working as a regular company employee. I appeared on several quiz shows on the side and ended up winning first place many times.
Komeiji was famous as a quiz king ever since he was a student. He even had worshippers who lauded him as the quiz god.
Thinking back, that may have been the peak of my life. Adored wherever I went, everyone buying me all sorts of things. Maybe I shouldn't have taken advantage of the situation like I did. I was so enamored by the glamorous celebrity life. I've always loved comedy, so I strived to become a comedian. But after that, well, it's just as you saw on that stage.
I wonder why there wasn't an audience. It was so funny.
Not quite, Tama. Sorry, hold that thought 1 second. What should I do to relax? Hot yoga. Cool. See you in 20 minutes. Why did you host the quiz show?
I haven't told you yet, have I? The producer for that show knew about me from my Quiz King days. He thought I could tell all sorts of anecdotes and gave me an offer to host the show. Ah, right. Sorry for calling you Team Popo back then. It was in the script. Didn't really have a choice.
In the script? Okay. By the way, Iris, Mizuki were called Team Lemniscate, Moma and Chimpia were called Team Yakuza. Of course. Of course. About your clothes.
Oh, this? It's my one and only stage outfit. This sharp little bow tie is the highlight. My boy bought it for me last year.
Bow ties are somewhat unusual. Traditional ties are more common.
But you weren't wearing that tie last night, were you?
Was he not? Oh, no. Okay.
I tend to take it off or put it on based on how I'm feeling.
Do you come to the stage a lot?
Yeah, the owner of the Misaton department store took a liking to me. He's given me the opportunity to appear several times now.
Okay, about last night's incident.
I'm sorry, I have no idea what happened. I was just invited there and hosted the show as requested. Then that body suddenly appeared.
Did you know Jin, the victim?
I've never met him. I do know he was hated for his extreme narcissism and ego. If I had to guess, the motive was probably a grudge. Someone must have had a grudge against him and did that.
Smells like alcohol.
Does it?
A little.
A lot is more like it. Komeiji's blood alcohol level is 0.12%, the early stages of inebriation.
I just couldn't get over what happened last night and ended up drinking too much. I wanted to forget about everything. I had to drink.
Life's not been going great for you, has it?
Sorry I couldn't help, Mr. Ryuki. I wish you luck with the investigation. I'm rooting for you. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Okay. Well, they didn't kick me out of the location, so I can still look around. Light Sky Cycle? Okay. Was there something green over here that I missed? Doesn't look like there's anything that I can really interact with, is there? No, no jokes. Okay. Yeah, back to Ibis. Didn't really get much out of all of that, did we? Yeah, that is just a limo, isn't it? What the fuck?
Yeah, I want to reorganize the information I have so far.
Then why don't you just do it in this limousine?
Oh, right. I guess I could.
Hey, there she is. Why do we have a limousine? Nothing to interact with. Okay. Just Tama. It's a woman sitting on the seat. A woman? Recite the sutras.
Essence of the Sutra of Great Wisdom, which permits us to go further. The Bodhisattva of the true freedom.
Oh. I didn't mean to skip that. That was an accident.
Incomparable mantra tells us, on, together, further than beyond, to the shore of Satori.
Stop shouting!
But you surprised me. I thought that the ghost of an S&M pervert with a police uniform fetish who died in a tanning booth had come to haunt.
I showed you this body many times over the past 6 months.
I'm still not used to it. Your body is semi-transparent, and I can only see you in the left side of my vision. So, why did you come out?
I thought it would be easier to talk to you this way.
Alright, about the reason Jin's right half suddenly appeared.
Isn't that what you're investigating for?
Yeah, but remember what Mr. Date and Iris said?
For some reason, just the right half. I could travel through time and space.
Maybe that body teleported here from some other world. The other half could have been absorbed in some other dimension, and that split the body in two.
Don't tell me you believe that.
No, just for some reason it's stuck in my head.
What do you think of the car?
Honestly, it reeks of bad taste. Makes me want to puke just looking at it.
Keep talking like that, and I'll throw you out the window.
No, seriously, why do we have a limousine though?
I'm the one driving this car, you know. Why don't you take the leap and buy a different car?
I can't. This car is all I have of my parents.
Right now I'm using the car camera to steer the car remotely. I of course control the gas and brakes. I send signals electronically. It's technically self-driving car.
Your parents passed away, didn't they?
Yeah, in an airplane crash when I was young. From then on, I was living with my younger brother. But 6 years ago, he also...
Why is it always 6 years? Because it was 6 years ago in the first game as well. Alright, organize information.
There isn't much useful information to sort out in the first place.
True that.
If I had to say one thing, it would be the ViewCube video and that QR code link. By the way, I'm going to cut down on the word salad and call it QR video from now on. The teeny bit of information we got from that QR video is pretty much all we have.
You don't know? I think it was about half a year ago. A video similar to that one went viral. Everyone was talking about it online.
The mysterious video known as Bats 490, correct?
There's a code hidden inside Bats 490.
They say the code reveals a specific location.
Everyone who visits that place is said to have gone missing. They all left behind the same message. I've learned the secret of the world. Hey, Tama. Is Bats 490 still up anywhere on the internet?
I looked it up. Here it is.
Alright, show me. Rip and burn me. Is that like ripping the video down and then burning it onto a CD and then that does something? Is that what they're getting at?
I have no idea what it's supposed to mean.
They say there's a hidden message inside, but I can't even tell where we're supposed to look.
Where did Bats 490 come from?
Same as the QR video. It was originally uploaded to ViewCube, then it spread from there. The account holder is unknown.
In any case, Bats 490 is the only lead we have right now. If we can figure it out, maybe it'll lead to the QR video.
Yeah, that really is the only lead we've got, isn't it? Nope.
Ryuki, you have a call. It's from Mizuki.
Mizuki?
I'm connecting her.
Oh, Ryuki? I got your number from Boss.
What is it?
I remembered something about Bats 490. I thought maybe it could lead to a clue.
What did you remember?
Someone in my class at school actually figured it out. He decoded the hidden message in Bats 490.
He did?
His name is Shoma Enda. He might know something, so I would go find him. Anyway, see ya!
Shoma? Isn't that?
Andy's Komeiji's.
Oh, shit. Huh. Also a small world that they just happen to be in the same class. The Ender Residence.
Shoma, you know what happened last night, right? The QR code displayed on that sign. There was a link in it leading to a video. We're calling it the QR video. I wanted to talk to you about it. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Yeah, those are both comedy props, aren't they?
What is that on top?
Looks like earthenware. Maybe it's some sort of device?
It's a CRT TV. But do you think it can pick up digital broadcasts?
It could, with a dedicated tuner.
Is this a poem written by Komeiji? It says, "It's okay to fall off the horse. You're a saddle after all." Wait, this was supposed to be touching? You laugh more often than you breathe.
A picture of Ame no Uzume, a goddess from Japanese mythology. Supposedly, she is the goddess of entertainment and laughter.
Okay, makes sense why it would be in here.
It's old. Looks like a memento for the Quiz King.
It's a toy robot. Toolbox. Dresser. Doll. closet.
It's Ada Rooster.
Ada Rooster. To go along with Ada Rabbit.
It's a character.
Alright, I think that's everything. Oh. Yeah, I missed that one. Alright, Shoma. What are you making?
What are you making? Don't tell me it's a bomb.
About Mizuki.
Heard you went to the same elementary school as Mizuki? She's actually the one who told me about you.
About your father?
Just to confirm, your father is Andes Komeiji, and his real name is Yoneharu Enda. Is that right?
About Bats 490.
You know about the video called Bats 490, right? I have a feeling it's related to the QR video somehow. You solved the code in Bats 490, didn't you? And it showed you a certain location. Am I right?
He's completely ignoring you.
Maybe because he's wearing headphones.
No, that's not it. There's no sound coming from them. Chastity belt on his heart must be locked tightly.
What kind of metaphor is that?
You won't be able to see his uvula unless you open that lock.
Tama, please.
So what you mean is, he probably won't speak unless you can find the key to his heart, I'm guessing.
There might be a key somewhere in this room. Let's find it.
A key to open the lock on his heart.
I'm gonna assume it's the toy robot.
Your robot is so cool!
Guess not. Okay, not that.
God, please help.
You can help yourself.
Do you want to watch TV together?
Nope.
Why don't you hit your own head with the hammer toy?
Wow, what a jolly guy he is. I'm gonna tell him everything I know now.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Why don't you smack Shoma on the head with the folding fan?
I don't think he'd ever speak to me.
The buzzer.
Ding! Yes, Shoma. What is your answer?
Nope.
Shoma, want to play Lucky Laugh together?
Why don't you try going under the kotatsu?
He'd probably run away.
God, what else is there left? Oh, X-ray, hello.
What is that?
It looks like a robot. I tried searching, but it looks like it's not commercially available.
A homemade robot, huh? Hey, Shoma. Would you mind showing me the robot in your closet?
Huh? How do you know about that?
Oh, well,
Tell him you heard it from Komeiji.
Right. I heard about it from Mr. Komeiji.
From my dad?
That's right.
Okay then. Just for a bit, okay?
Okay.
You made that?
Yeah. I call it Robata.
God damn, kid. That's impressive.
There's a junk shop in Akiba. I got all the parts there. This robot only has one tire. It uses a gyro to keep its balance. Fine-tuning it is really hard.
Damn, kids, that's really fucking impressive. Holy shit. Let's compliment strongly. Let's not get crazy with it.
That's really amazing. I can't believe a grade schooler made a robot all by himself. A genius like you must be 1 in 100 million.
No, I'm not that special.
Look Looks like the lock has opened.
Hey.
Looks like it.
What are the headphones for?
Put them on so I can concentrate better.
But you're not listening to music, are you?
I only turn on the noise canceling.
Fair enough. About your father.
And he's Komeiji is my dad. Sorry, I don't really want to talk about him.
Why not?
Well, because... Why does it matter?
Oh, machine part. I didn't even notice that was... Okay. About Mizuki.
Just a classmate. We're not friends or anything. I don't talk to her much.
Do you wish you could talk to her more?
No. Of course not.
Even though she's cute?
That Uggo? She's not cute at all.
Oh, jeez.
This temperature is rising. That was clearly a lie.
Oh, kid.
I could tell.
That's cute.
I think it's about time
Oh.
we get back to why I'm here.
I solved it. The BATS 490 code. I solved it.
How?
I have to go soon, so I'll tell you the short version.
That's fine. Please just tell me. The video's hidden message pointed to a certain location, right?
Yeah.
And where is that?
Kid?
Horodori Lab. The Horodori Institute of Genetics.
Huh. A genetics lab. Oh wow, we're just going straight there, holy fuck. Okay.
I heard about it last night on the news. Truly unprecedented. What a mysterious case. I am Chikara Horodori, the director of this research institute.
He hasn't retired yet. His 60th birthday was last year.
I feel like we just missed... There should have been more of that conversation. Like, it feels like we should have found out, like, how he cracked it. Right, it is getting pretty late, so I'm gonna finish here for tonight. Oh, before we do, let's take a look at the... Right, let's do a hard save. Let's take a look at what bonus stuff we've got. No new outfits? Boo. Dream albums. Bunch of concept art stuff. 50 each. You know, I'm going to save my eyeballs for costumes. They're always the most fun thing to buy. Right. I think that's a pretty good start. Oh. Why did that go down to options? That was weird. Yeah, pretty good start. I'm enjoying it so far. Very interesting. I will be streaming more of this in the days to come. I'll probably stream some more tomorrow night. So I will hopefully see you then. Cheers, thanks a lot for watching. Bye now.